This is part 2 of the Summertime Odyssey event for the 2.8 update, I believe it was, for Genshin Impact. It's a very long video, but I actually think that's why these summertime events are so popular, because there's so much like packed in. We just finished Xinyan's story, and we also finished Kazuha's part of the story. I wonder if we're going to get some from Mona, and if we'll see Fischl again. That's probably like the thing I'm worried about the most. I want to see Fischl again for sure.
Not bad, huh? Quite impressive.
I've never heard a duet like that before.
I'm also like if I could record YouTube on Xbox, I know like it's weird, like I have an Xbox controller in my hand and there's Genshin on the TV. It's weird.
I'm not sure how best to put it, but it was just super unique.
Thank you. And now I can say my wish has come true.
Is there anything else you'd like to do?
No. In fact, I reckon I'll get a good night's sleep tonight.
Music's really cool
Does this
here.
mean everyone is free for the time being? If so, I have a suggestion.
Oh.
I'd like to return to the Fatui camp and see what's going on there.
Oh, so you've discovered the Fatui camp as well?
Oh, so they already discovered it?
Wait, you know about
Of course,
it too?
like of course.
Of course, I'm a genius astrologist.
This makes perfect sense.
Didn't I mention that my scry glass has recovered a little?
Mona
I can
is
sense
like,
what's going on here through divination.
You know, it's one of those things where
I
like
didn't know
they could be like it's one of those things where like, yeah, you can joke around how crazy she is, or sometimes she's like a little bit like, you know, airheaded, or like not airheaded is not the word, because she's actually very smart. I think it's more just like, what's the word when you're kind of like unaware of your surroundings but you're still very smart? Kind of like, I don't know, like it's kind of like you can't read the room sometimes. Is that probably the way to say it? But she's still a very smart character.
we were here too?
Indeed. I also informed Fischl of this when we parted ways today.
So
If
she
he
knew
runs
about it
into him,
too.
She'll stay hidden and out of danger.
I see. Then perhaps we should tell everyone what we know.
Yeah, I think so. I think that everyone can help us more than anything, you know, that like having every single mind together on this.
Strange machine and delirious Fatui? Are you suggesting these are connected to the Mirage?
Music
I
is so
can't say
cool.
I'm certain, but I don't believe they're completely unrelated.
Fair enough. Let's go check out the camp.
Yeah, there's no way like I would ever. Oh, it's so pretty. There's no way in hell that I would ever call Mona like airheaded, because I feel like that's so disrespectful. So I do apologize to Mona for that, because I meant more just like, you know, when you're like someone's really smart, but then in social situations they're not always the most like
We've
with
only
it,
run
you
into
know?
local monsters and no Fatui. How bizarre. There are still signs of the camp, and the machine is still here, but all the people have vanished.
The machine must have something to do with the Mirage. It's sure it's broken, but maybe that itself is the cause? But if the machine can cause people to hallucinate, why did they vanish? Is there anything else going on? Did they disappear, or are they hiding from us?
Oh, I give up. I'm just going to divine the answer.
This is me if I'm on a puzzle for like an hour, you know? I think it happened like one time in Genshin, and you guys saw it in the video where I was like, I can't find this thing. And I was like, okay, I looked up how to find this thing.
What's this?
Or maybe once or
Some
twice.
kind of energy flow. Sorry, everyone. I can't seem to find any trace of the Fatui.
Okay.
My scry glass has gotten hazy again, but this time I can sense some sort of energy converging and taking physical form. The destination is the island over there.
Whose
Love
Mirage
the
will it be this
music.
time?
Let's head over and have a look.
It's so
Maybe we'll be able
good.
to find something there.
Here we are.
Huh? Fischl?
Oh, she's back. Great. You doing okay?
It's really her! Hey, Fischl! My imprudent retainers. You finally arrived.
They are being very imprudent.
Oh, my. Long time no see.
It hasn't been that long, has it?
Main Fräulein and I sensed a peculiar aura and came here ahead of time to reunite with everyone.
We're glad to have you back.
We weren't
We're so glad to have you back.
Well, what I mean to say is, you arrived sooner than we expected.
Is it just Paimon?
Or does Oz seem nervous?
A little bit shaky. You're right, Paimon. Yeah, a little bit shaky.
The advent of the Immunachreich is imminent, and I still need to prepare for the consecration.
Main Fräulein, are you sure you...
I am quite capable of acting on my own.
Oh, wow.
Oz. If you're weary of the encroaching darkness of the night, you're quite welcome to return to the blinding brightness of the day.
Wow, Fischl just said, if you're scared, go. If you're scared, leave. That's very, very crazy for Fischl to talk that to Oz, so she must be feeling some sort of way.
Please, Main Fräulein, do not say such things. I am your loyal attendant, your eyes, and I will never leave your side.
I think she's definitely under some sort of pressure.
Like that. Anyway,
Yeah, that's
the time
like
of explanation is not yet upon us.
for her to like to break
Main
like
Fräulein.
character in such a way. You know what I mean?
I
It's
apologize, everyone. Main Fräulein
I can
is
tell.
having a rough
I can tell.
day. Please, do not take it to heart. I must also excuse myself now.
Still no improvement even after all this time away from the group. As soon as I saw Fischl, I realized that the Mirage that's about to take shape here must have something to do with her.
Yeah, I'm really worried. Like
Yes.
I
I, at least, felt a peculiar sense of familiarity when I approached my Mirage.
right.
Me too. Even though it didn't really make sense, I just had a feeling that something exciting was gonna happen.
Exactly. If Fischl and Oz can also sense something, then our suspicions are likely to be right on the moor.
Oh my god, are we
Fischl's
gonna get something
probably
deeper with
agitated
Fischl
because
here?
She doesn't want to confront her Mirage.
This is gonna
How
be
come?
nuts.
Maybe her Mirage conceals some secrets
Yeah,
that
I'm
she
not sure
doesn't
if I
want
wanna
anyone to
know.
know about. Let's all take a rest here.
Music is
for now.
gorgeous.
When the Mirage appears, we will get to the bottom of this mystery.
I think I hear a lot better now because it's playing through like a console player rather than just like connected to like a HDMI.
Are you awake?
Whatever, you know what I mean?
It might sound hard to believe, but no, nothing's happened.
Yeah, like I can hear
You're
the music
awake?
much clearer now. I
Then
think
let's
as
bring
well.
you up to speed.
It's absolutely beautiful.
We searched everywhere and found nothing unusual at all.
Based on the previous two Mirages, we should have been able to find something that acts as an entrance.
Is it possible that the time has not come yet?
You mean we should wait a little longer?
I wonder if it's because
Yes.
Fischl is blocking it out.
Plus, Fischl is still nowhere to be found, and I highly suspect that she's even more eager to find the entrance than we are. So, let's wait. Let's give the Mirage... No, give Fischl some more time.
Yeah. Yeah, no, don't put any pressure on her, you know what I mean? Definitely don't put any pressure on her. She's an absolutely lovely character,
Something on the beach!
but I'm just super worried.
A book. And next to it is...
Is that the
breathing
Fischl book that was
statue.
written?
This statue looks a lot like Oz.
For true.
Why did these two items appear together? Did the Raven bring the book here?
What's the book about? Is it a diary?
Let's see. Hymn of the Holy Land. I've never heard of a book by that title.
From the cover, it looks like it was written by Fischl
Yeah, I saw Fischl on the
herself.
cover for sure.
That would certainly fit her personality. Hymn of the Holy Land. Interesting. I like it.
As a title, it has a sacred ring to it.
So, what should we do? Should we touch it?
Fischl's still not back.
Yeah. It seems weird to deal with
Never
it while
mind.
Fischl's not here.
Let's head inside first. Once Fischl finds the book, I'm sure she'll be able to catch
Fair
up
enough.
with us.
I was thinking that maybe like we wait for Fischl, but I guess then she could already be in there as well. That's
Peeping
also
into
true.
her diary. So Paimon sure she'll want to come in and stop us.
That's a good point. I just adore Fischl, man. You know I do. And like I adore all these characters, but I want Fischl to be safe because she's such
Though
like a
this
fun
truth
character. She's giving us
has
such fun
long
times.
faded from popular memory.
No.
Scholars have long known that
There's a
Prinzessin
narrator.
Fischl von Luftschloss Norfedort first descended upon the world
No,
during the
it's so
time of
good.
chaos, roughly 600 years before the era of the saints.
What? A narrator?
We really are inside a book, huh? There's even a narrator telling us the story.
Oh no! The path has been cut off!
Oh my god, it's absolutely beautiful.
Oh, There's a device over there.
I
that
am
appears to
so
be
upset that I
waiting for
didn't
us
get to play through
approach it.
this.
Is it just Paimon? Or does everything in this place seem just a little bit over-deliberate?
Well, it is the Holy Land. What did you expect?
Jesus Christ, it's gorgeous.
Everything's so blatant. It's clearly begging to be noticed.
Like in a
That's
story,
artificial
almost.
for ya.
Oh my god. That's actually a good way to put Fischl. Yeah, she is like someone who's deliberately trying to get noticed, you know?
Things, and wished to never see them in pain.
True.
She harnessed the power of darkness and dreams to weave the night, and gave it the task to safeguard all living things.
The crack in the sky as well. So they're just saying Fischl's perfect like I knew. I knew Fischl was perfect. I said that from the beginning. Crazy that I'm once again right. Proven right once again. That's a joke. Someone's gonna be like, "Ah, Cabernet, you changed. You used to be so humble." It's hard to be humble when you write about Fischl. That's a really cool mechanic, isn't it? Just like getting the lining up the picture.
Worshipped the princess's authority, and followed her call to migrate to the sacred land that would eventually be known as the Immer Nachtreich.
This is such a great way of doing this.
It really is the Immer Nachtreich.
The fact that we like actually get to
Really
see
looks the
this.
part. I'm
You
quite
guys, by the way,
impressed.
are incredible. The fact that you kept this under wraps for this long, the fact that you guys legit never once told me that we would get to see something like this, just shows that the Genshin community is not nearly as bad as people make it out to be. Like, not even close to being as bad. I was so scared when I first played these games that I was gonna get spoiled all the time, that some... Oh, the music is so pretty. Oh my god. There's plenty of other playthroughs. If I played a game like this and I was like, I love Fischl, that someone would be like, wait till you see this part. And it's like, no one did that. Nobody did. Because people genuinely just want to see, like, I feel like in the Genshin community, people genuinely just want to see you watching something for the first time or playing something for the first time. They actually just genuinely want to see that. The music here is fantastic. This location is fantastic. Oh. Yeah, same. I love when glitches like that happen. Oh my god,
We
it's so
established
pretty.
a nation on the Holy Land, revered the Prinzessin as
There's
the
Hilly here.
absolute one, and introduced poetry, theater, and adventure to the kingdom, laying the groundwork for the Immer Nachtreich.
It's just a superb game. Like, the fact that they don't have it, I haven't even seen a glimpse of this. The fact that Fischl doesn't have her own story quest is freaking criminal. They should put 12 Fischl story quests in the game. I mean, it's the same with Garmin, like, as well. I always like saying, like, I wish I had more time with Garmin. Like, you know, there's so many characters that, like, you know, you kind of begged that there would be, like, a little bit of a story quest there, you know? More story quests at the very least. This is a really cool mechanic.
When the rain finally ceased, the Prinzessin descended from the palace steps as to allow all her retainers to behold her unparalleled glory.
What a saint, letting people see her unparalleled glory. What a saint. Doing stuff for the people, letting them, you know? Us little peasants, all we wanted to see was the unparalleled glory. Help?
That was a cry for help. Who could it be?
I can't get over how pretty this place is. I never will.
Someone, please help me!
It's still so weird seeing Kazuo beside Mona.
Please don't refer to me like that. My name is Leon, and I am a knight of the Immer Nachtreich.
A knight? But you don't look like one.
You can't tell. Anyway, please don't speak ill of Sire Osvaldo. He personally designed and distributed the armor for Die Nachtrebenritter.
Well, you must have heard that one before, surely. That was his full name, Osvaldo Hofnavines.
Oh, so
Magistus was the easy pronunciation.
I agree.
I love
so
whenever
it
Cosmo laughs
seems.
because it just makes me so happy
Dear
because he deserves a little bit of a chuckle
I
every once in a while, you know?
apologize for interrupting your lovely conversation, but I believe you haven't been informed that the gate ahead has been locked.
Yep, that's news to us.
I'm hoping you'll be kind enough to save me, and in exchange, I'll gladly teach you how to unlock the gate.
All right.
Well, I guess we'll have to save you then.
Man says, I'll save you, no problem. Man says, let's go. So again, like, this is like a fairy tale. You know what I mean? It feels like almost like it's a fairy tale mixed with, and I always say this because I feel like the Genshin writers have definitely were you know, around during that time when, like, how do I say it? Like 90s adventure cartoons would have stuff like this in it, and it would like stick with me for the rest of my life. This is such a cool mechanic. They did a really good job of this. And like the thing is, like, we don't have like adventure stories like we used to, because like now, like, and it is like, here's the thing, I watched all the Avengers movies and all the Marvel movies for the first time back in 2022. I think it was 2022, 2023, the start of 2023, the end of 2022. I appreciate them, but I think they did start a whole thing where like every movie has to be a blockbuster now.
No words can express how grateful I feel right now. Thank
Pebble
you
Penguin will never get
very
in the
much.
cinema again, you know?
Remember, this is the password that unlocks the gate. May my people be freed from the shackles of ancient decrees.
May my people be freed from the shackles of ancient decrees.
Yeah, I love the Hilly Trails here as well. Every scene in this is beautiful. Every aspect of this place is absolutely gorgeous. You got it.
The great secretaire, the lords, and the devoted Nachtrabenritter mounted the tower to pledge their allegiance to the Prinzessin, kissing the hem of her exquisite purple dress and taking pride in their loyalty.
I love that the narrator as well, like, makes it feel like it is one of those movies I was talking about, you know? I just feel like a kid, you know, whenever I see this type of stuff. It makes me feel like an absolute kid. It's a book.
Looks like it's a dead end ahead. There's only a book.
Do you think what we just heard is the story from the book?
So the Holy Land in the book's title refers to the Immernachtreich. This book sings the praises of the Prinzessin from the perspective of the people in her kingdom.
We're on the last page of the book, but the story doesn't seem to have ended.
There's more
What
to tell.
happens next? Paimon wants to know what happens next.
I guess we'll have to keep exploring. As for this book... Wait, I have an idea. Now that we've finished it, let's close it.
Okay. Interesting idea. Wait, so will that take us out of the world again? I guess so, because you always go in and out with these domains.
Huh?
I keep calling them
We've
domains, but they're more
been
like memories,
transported
right?
Again, but we're not back on the beach.
Actually,
We
I
are
don't think I'll take a
so
correction for like me saying like it's a domain when like a lot of these places are like similar to what a domain would be. You know what I mean? Like it is definitely similar to what a domain would be. For sure.
Mondstadt.
Mondstadt.
Honorable Kaiserin Derver Ertelang.
Yeah.
Amy, dear, I've made steak
Amy,
and fisherman's
dear.
toast. Come on, eat up before
Amy,
they go cold.
dear.
Mother.
No, don't do baby Fischl.
Oh, look at me
We're not
being
doing baby
so
Fischl.
forgetful. Ahem. Dost thou knowest,
Oh, and her mother's playing
Prinzessin
along.
der Verurteilung, that the hour of luncheon
She was a freaking theater girl since she was a kid.
Of course, Mother.
Oh.
Ah, behold the view from the window, a delight to the senses.
This is so
Prinzessin,
cute.
Kaiserin, would you care to join the Kaiser der Verurteilung for a grand royal picnic? We shall enjoy the scenic view and partake of the delicacies granted to us by the heavens.
I'm dying. I'm dying.
Yes, I
Oh.
shall gladly join
Baby
you.
Fischl.
Oh.
Does anyone want to say anything about that?
To me, like, that's just the sweetest thing in the world.
Okay, I'll bite. So, Amy. That's Fischl's real name?
Amy's such a nice name, though.
Seems like it. The other two voices were probably her mom and dad.
Yeah, I mean, she had to come from somewhere, guys.
Why are you all giving me that look?
She's not some freaking alien.
Forgive me if this comes across as rude, but is your surname truly
Oh god, we're going with the names thing again. She's never gonna live this down.
You think I was bluffing? My full title is and always has been Mona Magistus the Astrologist.
Oh, my apologies.
Mona's also a nerd character who I think could have her own show.
Don't you think that's a bit long?
Well, it's a special case. Only geniuses get titles like this.
I actually think every character in this
makes no sense.
summertime event could actually have
What
their
are
own
your
show.
thoughts on the scenes we just witnessed?
Well, it seems that closing the book is one way of affecting change in this Mirage.
Well, I think it's sweet that Fischl's parents are willing to play along with her.
Yeah, that's what I got as well.
They probably didn't indulge her forever. Based on the voice, this was surely a memory from her childhood. It's a different story now she's grown up.
You know a lot about Fischl, Mona.
After all, we've been friends for quite
That's
a while.
so cool. That's so cool learning that
Speaking
type of
of-
history.
I wonder where Fischl is now.
Yeah, that's why I'm worrying
That
about
voice
too.
mentioned that she was heading out. We may as well go outside and see if we can find
If I
anything.
know they probably won't have a model to show baby Fischl, but like enough, like the voice was enough to just break my heart and melt me forever. Like it's already over.
Oh, we're back.
Okay.
Wait, why are we back? We haven't finished the story yet.
I mean, we've been going in and out of
This
these
feels
these
as
places
awful
all the
as purchasing
time,
a
you know?
counterfeit astrology tutorial or realizing you've forgotten your wallet in the middle of dinner.
Yeah.
This is torture.
What's funny though about Mondstadt, though, if you forget your wallet, everyone knows who you are, and your house is like 2 minutes away. You know what I mean? They can literally walk you to the house and still be only like 30 seconds of a stroll from the pub or the cat's tail. You know?
You're a little bit upset.
To be honest, I also don't like to read books that end on an unexpected cliffhanger.
Wow.
No one likes that. All
I
right,
think you have to be
let's
respectful
enter the
with your
Mirage again.
cliffhangers. I really think you do.
Go.
Huh?
We're still here. It's not working.
That's odd.
When I say respectful with your cliffhangers, what I just basically mean is like, there's oftentimes shows would that I watched when I was like a teenager. They would do this thing where like something would happen at the end of the episode, and then they would wait 2 weeks. They would do like a flashback episode the next week, and like while it's like okay, can you not wait a week? I think it's like yeah, like if you do a big moment and you're telling me to wait a week, that's like okay, that's fine. Now if you do a big moment, I think you can wait a year. You know what I mean? But I think the difference is if you have the opportunity to tell you what happened and then you do a flashback episode, to me that shows that like it's like okay, like you're just kind of like withholding it to make sure people watch the next week as well, because cliffhangers are made so people watch next week. If you do a double thing where like you don't let, you know, a cliffhanger, let's say like in Genshin, it's a Genshin TV show, at the end of an episode Kazuha falls off a cliff, and the next week you're like, oh, we're gonna find out what happens, and actually it's a flashback episode where they show Kazuha as a child. Yes, I love that episode to death, but it's still being very irresponsible with your cliffhangers, literally cliffhangers. But then there's like other things where it's like I totally love the idea of like waiting a year for a cliffhanger, like as well. So I'm like, maybe I'm a bit hypocritical, but I think it's just when you have the opportunity to do it. Ending a season on a cliffhanger is fine, as long as you return the next season and answer that cliffhanger. If at the end of the season, Mona attacks Xinyan for some reason, and Xinyan's like, oh man, wait, stop, and the credits roll, and we have to wait a year to find out, and then when a year comes by, and they do 5 flashback episodes in a row, while I'll enjoy the flashback, seeing stuff about their history, seeing stuff about the story, it's like, you still have to answer what happened. You know, you made us wait a year.
We were able to enter earlier.
Does that make sense?
but now
It's like
we
I
can't.
respect story-heavy episodes all the time and flashback episodes. I love a flashback episode, I really do. But I also think you should be responsible with your cliffhangers.
Why? Why are we being denied the opportunity to finish the book? This is pure sadism.
Maybe it's because we've already reached the end of this
But it's
book.
and we need to find another
Before
book.
leaving the Mirage, we saw that the book had been flipped to the final page. I believe Hymn of the Holy Land is divided into multiple volumes.
And not to interrupt us again, I'll stop talking about this after this. I'm also like very hypocritical because when it comes to manga, I read manga and I love when stories will like end one person's story on a cliffhanger that we won't find out anything for 4 chapters after that. So like maybe I'm a little bit hypocritical when it comes to that. Maybe I'm just like talking about specific like 1-hour TV shows on TV. You know what I mean? Like maybe I am being a bit like biased and stuff like that. So like, you know, I can totally acknowledge that as well.
It's like one of those sneaky light novel marketing schemes. If you want to know what happens next, please buy the next volume.
It works. It works.
I have to see the ending.
Yes, the ending. Everyone wants to know how the book
Wait,
ends.
is that
Huh?
is that Leon?
There?
Heavens!
Did you
above,
get out of
she
here?
saw me. Stand up straight. Stand up straight.
You're a statue.
I'm. Ask me for directions, Arnold.
Oh, it's Arnold. Okay, it's not Leon.
So, Arnold.
Mona,
let
no
me ask you
fear, by the
something.
way.
It's ask me for directions, Arnold.
So, ask me for directions, Arnold. Let me ask you something.
Yes, ma'am.
Are there other volumes of Hymn of the Holy Land? Where can I find them?
Oh, you're asking the right person. Hymn of the Holy Land is the sacred scripture of the Reich. There are 3 volumes in total, with the other 2 stored in 2 high locations in the castle. If you wish to find the second volume, you must climb to the very top floor of the tower.
Tower? You mean that tower over
It's
there?
so pretty. It's so pretty.
That is indeed the tower where the sacred scripture is stored. If you look closely to the cave right over there, you'll find a secret passage that will swiftly take you to the tower.
Okay. Thank you, Arnold.
It's ask me for directions. Do you have any other questions for me, fair maiden, concerning
And she's just walking away.
my relationship status or monthly income?
You like a bit of gossip?
No. Goodbye. Let's ignore that, Raven, and proceed.
Mona's
There's
like,
a
oh
secret
yeah,
passage in the
thanks a
cave
lot.
ahead that leads directly to the top of the tower.
But, ma'am, are you sure you're not interested in me? I only shared with you the secrets of the Reich because of your great beauty.
Well, Mona will take the compliment
Ma'am?
and we'll still go.
Wait.
No problem. See you later. Yeah, the Mondstadt in the background is so strange. There's like parts of like the Mondstadt architecture here. You know what I mean? So this seems like it would be
Why
like.
did the lady appear so irritated? Did I say something inappropriate? Oh, what must I do to win her heart?
The thing is, like, you know, like I said earlier, Mona can be like socially awkward. I feel like, and like not really be good in social situations. But the fact is, like, when she's about business, she's about business, and you're not going to interrupt her in that way. I freaking love the music so much. Oh yeah, get him. This is me. Get him. Fast, get him. Yeah, the original video for this is in the description below. Check it out. They're, you know, the channels that do this make it possible for me to see these events.
Next on the agenda.
Every time I see Luke's, oh look at this, every time I see Luke's like design, I like want him so badly as a character. So freaking badly. The music's so good.
Hey, stop! Who are you?
They did a really good job
You
of
don't look like citizens of the Reich.
with these ravens and creating like little
Explain
personalities for them.
yourselves. What's your purpose here?
This place even comes with guards! What are you doing?
We traveled here to just see the stars to get here.
Prove that you are Her Highness's retainers.
So,
Such
if
an
I'm getting this
absurd
right now,
question.
sorry if I just skip back a little bit here.
Your purpose here.
Are we actually like?
Place even comes with guards.
So we're just like saying don't, yeah. Cause he was like, what are you doing? I thought like maybe like, yeah. I actually really like this. This is like him like playing
How can
along.
you prove that you are
Yeah.
Her Highness's retainers?
Such an
Yeah, sorry, I looked at
absurd
the recording
question
for a second
betrays
there and I missed the
arguments.
first choice. That's why I wanted to go
May
back.
my people be freed from the shackles of ancient decrees.
That's the password
Oh
of the
my god,
Immernock
everyone
Rush.
knows it so well
They
now.
really are Her Highness's retainers.
This is so
Oh
cool.
my goodness. We didn't know. Please forgive us.
Oh, it's okay. Okay, no. Yeah, step down.
Yes, we're leaving now.
Any chance Paimon gets to like boss someone around, she loves it.
This is the second volume of Hymn of the Holy Land. Everyone ready?
Bring it on.
That Paimon, I think that Paimon would become like if someone like let her like be in charge, she might do a bank robbery. You know what I mean?
However, the Immernachtreich soon became plagued by a perpetual nightmare. Tasrak, the wicked dragon, infiltrated the subterranean, crossed the bottom of the sea, and eventually came to roam above the capital.
Huh? A dragon? The only thing I notice is gloomy weather.
Could the dragon be some kind of metaphor?
If that's so, her arch-nemesis Tasrak, the wicked dragon, is made up of everything that opposes her and rejects her fantasies.
Yeah, it's such a beautiful location as well, isn't it? It's actually gorgeous.
Knowing their peril, the people prayed to the Soteria.
The Soteria. Again, this is just a freaking fairy tale castle. This is what this is. And a door resurrection. So it is a domain. Okay, yeah, yeah.
Access denied.
It's just I know I'll have someone correct me on it. And like, it's actually not a domain, it's a shablom. So yeah, but you know what I mean. You know what I meant. Characters, I always like a little bit jealous when characters do so much damage, but it's not too big of a deal.
Darkness. Pave the way for thy princessen with the truth thine eyes behold. All that is lowly escapes my gaze. It is but a mere illusion.
So she's saying that like...
Is this to say that a flaw unseen is a flaw
Yeah.
that does not exist?
I was thinking as I thought she was saying that like the stuff I can't see is because it's below me. It's kind of like Reagan Arataka with Mob where he's like, I can't see this spirit because it must be a low level spirit. You know? I'm still feeling really bad that I unintentionally called Mona an airhead earlier on. Doesn't feel
to
good.
confront the dragon, but the great battle was certain to damage the castle.
Yeah, I do like the puzzles in Genshin because they're not over the top. They're not like extremely difficult for no reason. Like it's like one like and it's always been true. Like I feel like I've played games where like puzzles are like absolutely freaking super difficult and they're over the top and like if I'm frustrated doing your puzzles, like for me it's like okay that's not fun. But I think they acknowledge the fact that there's so many moving elements to these games that like it's sometimes just fun to like give the player a win and give them an easy puzzle every once in a while, and they do that in spades in this game. I always appreciate it, is what I'm saying.
More speed. No touching.
Finally, she pierced through the dragon's scales with thundering retribution.
Go on,
and
Fischl.
spoke to all amid a downpour of the dragon's blood. She said,
What'd she say? What'd she say? Look at the gap in the ladder. That's what I say. I wonder what she said. Man, I was like, who's this? Oh yeah, Jean's old outfit. That I never wear anymore. Because we got that beautiful summer outfit. I don't care. The summer outfit's gorgeous.
Time to scout.
If every character had a summer outfit, they'd all be wearing it. In my book. I would go bankrupt.
More speed.
I think what's really cool about the puzzles in this game... Oh, this one's not dead. He's just lying down. He's going to sleep. I think what's really cool about the puzzles in this world as well is that they're so, like, tailored to this castle as well. Like, I haven't seen anything like this since we've done this, you know? Since this happened, at least, in my game. Oh, yeah, look at this. They said, I'm going for the cutscene, sorry. They was just like, I'll leave.
Huh? What are you guys doing here?
We should be the ones asking that. What are you doing here?
And I wonder if this, like, is, like, because Fischl's mind is clearly a bit more jumbled now, I wonder if this is trying to show, like, kind of, like, the kind of erratic nature sometimes of Fischl's mind. Trying to hold, you know, even sometimes they're speaking a language together, you know what I mean? And maybe that's a bit reading too much into it, but, like, that's the way I'm kind of looking at it. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe other people have an interpretation of that. You have to move this one, I guess, first, is it? Okay. It is an interesting puzzle for sure, isn't it? You're gonna change this side as well. No? You can get this, Faz. You can get this. You got this. There? Oh.
More speed.
More speed. See, I would skip the gameplay this time around, but I feel like I miss a lot. I miss some dialogue if I ever skip the gameplay, especially here with the narrator speaking all the time. So you have to check it out here, you know, make sure we're not missing anything.
I'm sorry you have to keep seeing me in such a wretched state. I suppose I'm still not good enough to play the role of a qualified Noctribbon.
Play the role?
I'm ashamed to admit it, but I'm not a real knight.
Wait, so
Rather, I'm a new actor who recently landed a job to play the role of a knight in a
Are they actually all theater kids?
That's not really something to be smug about.
Bye bye.
Well, you see, that's where you're mistaken. Theater is an essential part of Immernachtreich culture. A fantastic theatrical performance is the greatest tribute we can pay to Her Highness.
Oh, so this is your local culture?
Exactly. So I'm delighted that I got to play the knight.
Why does the princessin enjoy the theater so much?
Her Highness once said, "Celebrate me by staging a play in the wilderness. Bow down to me and bring me beautiful dreams in return for everlasting glory within the eternal darkness." I believe it is because Her Highness appreciates true art and can also sense emotions
Wow.
hidden deep.
So
within
because
the
she's so good at
souls of
theater, she can like relate to
The
people a lot more.
crystallization
Really cool
and
way of looking at
sublime
it.
expression of emotion is the heart of theater. People who truly understand theater always have a beautiful, sensitive heart.
And that's Fischl.
Filled with a
That's
rich
Fischl.
array of emotion.
So she's actually a theater
so
kid.
that's how it is.
She's a theater kid.
Thank you for your answer, Sir Knight.
Thank you so much for calling me a knight.
Man.
So,
It's made my day that
asking
she's actually
still in
for
this
true
up,
a theater kid.
I will be off to my battleground. May we meet again.
Hopefully not. Be more careful in the future.
Oh, and please remember the password to unlock the gate. Upon my command,
Legit
spread your wings
Paimon.
and take flight.
Again, when I say mother vibe, she's that mother that, you know, when you go to your friend's house and the mother was there, will be completely, totally too honest with everyone. And you're like, dude, that's your mother? She said that? Like everyone's kind of biting their tongue and she's like, hopefully not. And Mona has a very similar disposition as well, the way that like,
Spread your wings and take flight.
where they're kind of very honest with people at some points, you know what I mean? When it comes to like how they treat other people. And I feel like that's why they tend to like get along quite a bit sometimes. Oh, this is a beautiful room too.
Greetings, my most esteemed father and mother. Today is celebrated as a festival
My most
in the
esteemed father and
Immonocrash,
mother.
And I hope you can both
They
spare
better
some
still be playing
time.
along.
Amy, come on now, darling. You can't be carrying on like that at this
Stop
age.
it. Stop it.
You're a big girl now. It's time to forget the fairy tales.
Fischl, zap him.
But
Her name is Fischl.
Oh, and I almost forgot to mention, I've bought you a new set of music course books. Give them a read, won't you?
No,
You should
let her
dedicate
play
your time
along.
to
It's
something
brought me so
more
much joy.
meaningful.
oh,
Oh no.
okay, Mom.
Oh no.
I understand.
She is the princess in Delavertalung. Don't do this.
We're back again.
Oh my
I believe we have
god.
just witnessed.
The idea that Fischl has to like deal with the idea that like, you know, people are going to look down on her, and like now she's found people that actually appreciate her and translate her words now, like we all appreciate her, is so freaking
the
sad.
true nature of the wicked dragon.
This is something I am all too
But
familiar
beautiful at
with.
the same time, by the way.
There are always people who believe that our passions are a waste of time.
There you go. And they can all relate to each other.
You're...
Ask me for directions, Arnold.
He's back again.
I mean, you're back. Why?
Oh, but I came because I bet you'd be looking for the third volume of Hymn of the Holy Land.
True.
Well, you bet right on that front.
You need not do anything for me, my dear lady. The opportunity to behold your beauty is the finest reward I could ask for. I shall give you the answer you seek. The third volume of Hymn of the Holy Land can be found on the top floor of the royal castle.
Is it guarded by anyone?
Oh, but of course, sir. What sort of question is that? No nation would treat its most treasured books as if they were just cast out into the wilderness.
That means we will still find Nachthreben guard stationed there.
It is a citizen's utmost honor to guard the sacred scriptures. But it matters not. I'm quite sure the fine lady merely seeks to peruse them and has no malicious intentions.
Mona never.
Your face is captivating and full of wisdom. And the
I don't think this is
company
gonna
you
work
keep
on
appears to
Mona.
be heroes of some renown. I have the utmost faith that you will be able to comprehend the meaning behind the stories in our sacred scriptures. Her Highness's accomplishments were documented by Oz, the great secretaire, and became great treasures of the Immernochreich. I wish Her Highness joy and happiness every time I read those books.
So yeah, like to me, it's like Fischl isn't hurting anybody, so I would never ever feel upset about letting her play along with this.
Oh,
She's just an amazing person who's helped us out quite a bit too in
would you
other
care
events
to join
also.
me for a cup of coffee, good lady? If coffee is not to your taste, we can have black tea, milk tea, or hot chocolate instead. If you don't want to, that's perfectly okay. I'll keep my distance and be with you in spirit as you enjoy a drink on your own.
Oh man.
Your joy is
Oh
my
man.
joy.
I don't know if this stuff is gonna work on Mona. I think genuinely Mona like loves a conversation about like talk to her about what she's interested in, you know? Not that Mona has to talk to you, she doesn't have to talk to you, she doesn't want to. But like be like, hey, so this astrology thing, like how does that work? You know what I mean? Talk to her about it. And then you might get interested in it too. Because here's the thing, you can only get so far, like, and honestly, like, I think, you know, people realize this after a while, no matter if it's, like, what gender of the person is. You know, calling someone beautiful once, that was a nice compliment. Calling them that, like, 3 times in a row without even asking them a question about themselves, it's like, okay, just go on, like, we could talk. Like, you don't have to compliment me all the time. We can have a conversation. Like, he's not being rude or anything, you know what I mean? But yeah, Fischl is just a character who like is so important to me, and she's so funny. And she's brought me too much joy for me to ever like look down on her.
It's you guys again.
What's your problem? We're the princess's
And best buds, in fairness.
Cut the lies! Her Highness doesn't keep company with nobodies like you.
Well, she shouldn't, but she does.
Really? Are you prepared to take responsibility for what you just said?
I'll say it again. Her Highness doesn't keep company
Buddy.
Who are these nobodies you speak of?
Oh my god, every time she's on screen, I'm like, yes, Fischl, because we don't get much of her in the actual story.
I must say, guards,
Yeah.
it's immensely disrespectful of you to make...
She's back.
How dare you treat one's
Oh my
handpicked
god,
retainers
you're gonna
with
be
such
gone.
disdain?
You gotta be gone.
But...
No buts.
Don't you butt
Yeah.
me!
No ifs, no buts, no coconuts.
Yes, Your Highness.
Fischl, eyes! You're back in the
Yeah.
queue! You may consider that the case for the
It's so
time
good to see you
being.
again.
What Main Fräulein means is that it took us a long time to reach this place. She couldn't bear to leave you all here, even though she did not wish to confront this mirage.
Yeah.
Didn't want to confront it, huh? Sounds like
Yeah, I mean,
Mona
it's
was
hard,
right.
man.
It felt like we were peeking into your diary.
Paimon, we read the diary.
Nonsense. Despite the existing threats, the unrivaled glory of the Immernachtreich would not exist in this world if I, the Prinzessin, were the sort of person who could be easily swayed.
What Main Fräulein means to say is that there are other troubles in this area.
Troubles? Have you run into anything dangerous?
This matter can be revisited later. For now,
Like, how do you, like, again,
let us
like,
proceed with more
her
important
doing
work.
this stage play
Let's
thing
get
all the
this show on
time.
the road. The book's right in front
It doesn't
of us.
hurt anyone,
Let's not
and it
just
makes her
stand here.
like it makes her somewhat like her personality pop even more. You know? There's genuine characters here that actually hurt people in this game. You know?
Majestic but fragile, vast yet vulnerable. This domain both amazes and sickens me.
She means that she has never seen such an extravagant mirage before, and even she is enthralled by it.
It's actually like a lot darker though, isn't it? And by the way, it's a totally normal thing, by the way, for parents to be like, yo. Like, and it's usually like sometimes it's like because they're ashamed, but like I think also sometimes parents want you to stop doing certain things because they don't want you to be embarrassed in the future. Like they don't want you to like go through something shaming. Now the thing is, thank God for Fischl. Poor Fischl was able to find people that genuinely like adored her going forward. And I think that's actually like, you know,
More speed.
probably a testament to Fischl. Like, that she found people not only accepted her, but like worked through all the difficult things that she says all the time, you know? Because she is super talented.
Castle here, but some parts seem to be missing. Fischl, is this yours? Allow me a moment to reminisce.
Mein Fräulein, you may recall that this is the toy castle you accidentally destroyed in a moment of deep distress.
Distress?
Oz, don't say it out loud.
Oh, Fischl.
I suddenly recollect that 2 pieces are currently missing from my royal domain.
Yeah?
So we have to find 2 missing pieces.
Smoke amid a downpour of the dragon's
This is what she
blood.
said.
She said, "May my people be freed from the shackles of ancient decrees."
Such wise
Yeah.
and compassionate words could only come from your
They are
own
wise.
writing, Mein Fräulein.
Yet this kingdom appears to be anything but what I've described. The shadows lurking behind the scenes are disconcerting.
Prinzessin Fischl again continued her song, and the interwoven chords of her sacred words became the Immernachtreich's hymn.
For me, like, that what she said, like, you know, ancient decrees, don't be held down by ancient decrees, to me relates to the fact that she, like, again, it's like she's not held down by what her parents said to her. She's not held down by the idea that she has to be a certain way. You know, and I feel like that's exactly why she said that. Like, you know, she's relating it to her people, but she's also relating it to herself. For sure. Beautiful stuff. Absolutely beautiful. The music is so pretty here. It's absolutely gorgeous. And like the fact as well, like it's such a beautiful thing, like a toy castle being rebuilt. Like what like the essence of a childhood, you know what I mean? And like the idea that she was under a lot of stress makes you wonder what was making that stress. Probably your parents or her having to change again.
Time to scout.
Again, Genshin's very good at turning these minor quirks of a character, whether it be Xinyan's like musical, like, you know, disposition, or, you know, even like Fischl's, you know, like the way she speaks, and something that seems like at first just like this very comedic thing, turning into something that is very, very important to their character. Yeah, I think they do a fantastic job of that. I really do. I mean, even like on the most like basic level, you look at like someone like Amber.
She picked up mere stones to carve out mountains and oceans before bestowing upon her people castles and towns.
Oh, what a nice girl.
My magnificent kingdom is a small and forbidden paradise.
Just finish what I was talking, because I've never thought about what was just said there as well. I think that like it's like an idea of like with Amber, you know, similarly. You know, oh, she's really like, oh, she's falling about the place. She's really nervous sometimes. She's like always trying to be a good outrider knight. And then you find out from the manga, it's like, oh, like she actually like, the reason she's like this is because she has worked alongside Kaya, Jean, Lisa, all these characters. And it's made her like want to be a better knight because she wants to be treated like an equal to these amazing characters. It's not just a thing where she's going around the place like too official, like I am an outrider knight. She wants to make sure that people know that she is an outrider knight, and she wants to stand toe to toe with these characters. It's not just this little funny quirk. Now, what was said there about like it being in a forbidden kingdom, I'm wondering if that as well is more just because she wants to be there. It's somewhere where she's not judged. You know, it's somewhere where she's not judged by her parents. Like, oh yeah, like Zhongli is another example as well of a character who, like, it's like, oh, it's really funny, he spends too much, he has no idea of the idea of money, he just goes around buying food all the time. And then you find out it's like, oh yeah, he just, like, because he spends so much time as a god, he just loves going around and eating food and experiencing things that people experience. So he doesn't really think about the money aspect of it. It's pretty freaking good. Pretty freaking good what they do. Yaimiko and the Raiden Shogun used to read light novels together, and now like Yaimiko owns a freaking light novel publishing company. Like all these little quirks that you think are just funny quirks at the start actually become a big part of their character, which is how humans work. Have you ever seen a person who's like, it's like, man, like he's always like holding the back of his head, you know? Oh, that's because his friends used to smack on the back of the head all the time. You know what I mean? It's like a little tiny thing that you think is nothing, but actually was a big deal to this person. You could probably name any character and probably get that same, you know, idea. You know, you could like, literally like it's to me it's exactly the case as well. Like, why does Venti always show up at the like even though he acts like he doesn't care very often, why does he always like show up at random moments, like, and he's always there whenever we need him most? It's because like, even though he likes to joke around, he doesn't want the same similar situation like what happened with before he showed up for Vanessa. You know what I mean? He genuinely likes to help his people, but he likes to act like he's nonchalant about it. So even that thing of him just showing up randomly in certain places is, to me, he's looking out for everyone as well. I could go on for days. I'll do a whole. We'll do a thing where like people like just name a character, and I'll try and do that because like again, it's not me being good. It's the game being good. Like, I have such an appreciation for what they do with characters in this game. I could talk about it for days. I love it. That's why, like, I saw someone, like, I literally saw a post, and, like, I don't go on the Twitter feed as much as I used to. Like, I'm trying to stay off it for at least, like, a few weeks before I go back to looking at the Twitter feed. But one of the, like, the funniest things I saw one time was, like, someone saying, this character's so cool, and why are they stuck in a gacha game? And they're talking about, like, I think Zenless Zone Zero. And the hilarious thing about that, to me, personally, is that no character in Genshin is stuck in a gacha game. They will have more moments to be a great character than any other character in any other game.
Celebrate me by staging a play in the wilderness.
Oh wow, she loves a bit of stage play.
Bow down to me and bring me beautiful dreams in return for everlasting glory within the
I love this narrator, oh my god.
That sounds like a happy ending to Paimon.
Let's hope. But there's something she doesn't want to face, right? There's something she doesn't want to look at. This puzzle's so cool that, like, I skipped the other puzzles in the other episodes, but I genuinely love looking at this puzzle. I love looking at these puzzles. They're super neat.
Help me!
Paimon had a feeling he'd show up. Again?
Please don't say that. I can assure you that this will definitely be the last time.
Again, Leon needs help. Like, I'm just like kind of mesmerized by watching these puzzles. I wish I got to do them myself. You know what I mean? They're like really cool. Super cool.
Fella, if you want to survive and thrive, you should be more careful next time.
A successful journey requires perseverance, courage, as well as a keen sense.
There you go.
Of
And who would know
danger.
about that, Kazuha?
You have the first two, but in the future, please strive to be more vigilant.
I shall remember
Using
your
character
words
strengths
for the
once
rest
again.
of my life. But it is time to say our final goodbye. You may not have noticed, but the weather has improved, and the sea has become pleasant and calm. We have awaited this day for a long time. You may be amazed that someone
Wait, so they're doing the play
as
now?
me could become an actor, but please believe me when I say it's not by chance. Every Noctraben is looking for a way to contribute to the world. We just want to find our place, our destiny. We were born to seek the roles that fate has assigned us to play. You may not be aware that Hymn of the Holy Land is also a book of prophecies.
Oh, wow.
Prophecy? But Paimon thought it was a sacred
So it's also like
scripture.
telling the future. Or what will come to be.
Yes, it is. Hundreds of years ago, the Immernachtreich was engulfed by a menacing shadow. But our ruler stood by and did nothing, as if she had lost interest in ruling the kingdom. Soon after, Oz, the great secretaire, appeared among us.
Huh?
He brought us the sacred scriptures and a most encouraging
So they did-
prophecy. That prophecy is just as it's described
She
in
did
the
say
book,
before.
and predicts a blessed future for the Immernachtreich. As a result, we became convinced.
She did say before, sorry, I needed to pause the video. She did say before that the Immernachtreich was actually like full of, how do I say it? Like ravens, like night ravens. And the fact that Oz is like almost like the Moses in this story, you know what I mean? it's really, really interesting.
That the gloomy skies would eventually clear, and we have been eagerly awaiting.
Is Moses
for
the
that
dude that brought the
blessed
scriptures
day.
to people?
The Soteria, the Prinzessin der Verurteilung. She will eventually remember the paradise of the Immernachtreich. And on that day, we will devote to her. the
So they're
plays
waiting
that
to
were
actually do
promised
the
in
play for
prophecy.
her.
That is why I have stepped forward to take on the role of a warrior. I'd do whatever it takes to prove my devotion to her. Your Highness!
She's here. She's here.
Oh, right. Yeah, she was lurking in the back when we rescued you for some reason.
My citizen, thy will is strong enough to sunder the wicked dragon's wings.
Wow.
I shall now receive thy blessing.
It is my
Of course he's gonna love
utmost
this.
honor.
Thou hast done well. 'Tis almost most evident that thou dost possess the virtues of a knight. Go, take thy position, and wait for the performance to begin.
We commend your unfaltering loyalty to Her Highness. Her Highness will now lead her retainers into battle against the shadow that plagues the Immernachtreich.
Thank you, Your Highness. And thank you, everyone. In that case, I will take my leave. Oh, by the way, please keep in mind that the password
Another
for the
password
gate
as
to
well.
Hades, Zian, mein Sommernachtgarten.
Sion, they summon Akhaden.
What were you guys role-playing just now?
Is there not a single one of my lords and ladies who understood my precepts?
Fools!
What Main Fräulein means to say is that you are all rather stupid.
Yeah, you didn't need to translate that.
That's great.
I suppose this is
We
the
are.
important
We're all dumb.
business Her Highness warned us about earlier.
Let's get this over with.
Huh? Wait, what is it? What's happening?
What did you do? So enter the upper castle, the upper floor of the castle. Yeah, like it seems like again, like Fischl, like I just love Fischl's play acting. I can hear it any day. There's nothing about it that upsets me.
Zian, mein Sommernachtgarten.
Well done, Paimon.
There's the book. Let's go and close it.
So one of them is
Let's hope we won't get transported to another strange place this time.
yeah. Oh, stand in the book and close it. That's the way to do it. Honestly, that's a very relatable Genshin meme. Standing on something to go in, like climbing on a door to go in it. Happens to me all the time. Mona, you look so good in the library. You look like you're supposed to be there. You know what I mean?
Why are we inside a library?
Like she has like the astrologist vibe about her, of course, because of all the stars on her outfit.
You must be the arch nemesis I've been looking for. The useless and cowardly so-called princessin.
What?
How laughable. What gives you
Wait.
the impression that you can defeat me? You should know over the past few days.
So this
I've
is like the
seen
evil
all of
version
your
of
fear
Fischl?
and trepidation.
Is that the alternate outfit?
Why is there another you? Is it a shadow?
Shadow.
Oh
Yes.
my god.
I suppose that probably describes our connection aptly enough.
Oh no, she's gonna
So
call her by her
you come
name.
to surrender to me,
Don't do it.
little Amy. You
Oh, Fischl, you gotta get this girl. Fischl, you gotta get her.
and that raven
Really cool
over
design.
there. You must be Oz.
The red eye as well, like with the eye patch as well, is such a cool vibe. Like the kind of embroidered eye
I
patch.
heard that a great secretary named Oz brought the hymn of the Holy Land into the Immenok Reich. I suppose that was you?
At your service, main Fräulein.
Huh?
Why did you call her main Fräulein?
Stop, Oz.
As you can see, that's also main Fräulein over there.
No!
And if
No,
she
Oz!
is main Fräulein, then does that not make her my master?
Oz, no!
Seems logical enough.
No, nothing's logical. We're not doing logic here. No logical.
I might as well inform you that the Immenok Reich is a place with no way out.
No, you're gonna die.
Made it here, I shall crush you and
No,
make
you're
you
gonna
my
die.
servant.
No, we won't kill you,
As
but
for Oz, despite bringing over that hideous book of prophecies and causing the fool
sorry to interrupt you for a second there. Conflicting feelings, because that's still like Fischl, you know, like the hair and like the voice and stuff like this. But like it's like still like this thing where like I don't want our Fischl to feel bad, so we're on our Fischl side easily.
citizens to fall to their knees worshipping that piece of nonsense.
Like it's so weird hearing
Why
like
don't
Fischl's
you come
voice to
over
be
to
so
my
angry.
side? After all, Fischl is destined to team
Like
up
it's so
with
weird.
Oz.
It's messing with my mind.
Main Fräulein flatters me.
Oz.
I see no reason
No.
to refuse.
No.
Oz, where do you think you're
No,
going?
don't do that.
Oh, he's actually going over to the other side. Fischl.
Oz, we're
how
gonna have to have a
you
talking
told
to now.
Anything about loyalty?
Oh, this is not the time to discuss my shortcomings.
Which there are none.
Have you been bewitched, Oz? Why should you trust that she's telling the truth? Is not the Immenok Reich a sacred land of liberty and theater? You are gravely mistaken if you presume the Immenok Reich to be some kind of amusement park. Listen closely. It is a tomb for those who cannot face reality. You will be buried here, and I will take Oz, the product of our imagination, and live forever in the royal
This is
castle.
effed, man. So they're saying because Fischl can't face reality, she's gonna be locked in here?
People should know about this. Why does it always rain in the Immenok Reich? Why isn't there any music in this
It's messing with my mind,
so-called
man. It's messing with me so bad.
Because of you. It's all because
This is our
of
Fischl.
you.
We're on this side. We're on this side.
How pathetic. No,
Dearest Fischl.
Amy, you, not I, are the one responsible for all of this.
Oh no, Fischl, no, it's so weird to see her when she's like kind of like
dreamed up
flustered.
A vast kingdom, but you can't bear its weight. Swayed by fear, you can't face the very world you've created. You may try to avoid it, but the fact is, you can't change yourself. I came here in your stead precisely because you failed to show up. The Immenok Reich is now mine, and it is not your place to
So
tell
she took
me
it because
what
she
to do.
denied. Like,
I
oh no, Fischl, no, no, no.
Amy, you
Stop, her
are
name's
but a
Fischl.
weak fool who does not deserve this world. Be gone.
No. Man, that must feel so bad as well to have Oz on her side as well.
You done?
Go on, Xinyan.
For you to give yourself such a piece of your mind. It must have been bothering you for a long time.
So she's saying, that like this person in Fischl's mind is giving out to herself. Like Fischl's giving out to herself at this stage. Yeah. Oh no! No, stop that!
What's that look?
No,
on your
everyone hug her
face?
right now. Everyone hug her right now. Oh no, Fischl. My heart is broken.
You're not going to admit defeat,
No, no, she's
are
not.
you?
She can't. No,
I hate to admit it, but she might be
this is not right. I can't deal with Fischl
No.
crying.
Please do not think that. Your Highness, do you still remember why we came here?
Kazuha.
Yeah.
I am a samurai.
Incredible
from
voice acting
Inazuma
performance here
who's
as
been
well.
entrusted with your safety. These
Yeah.
individuals also responded
Yes.
to your call.
This is so
Having your own
amazing.
tomb does sound pretty cool, but the Immenok Reich is not a tomb.
No, it's a secret paradise.
Shinyan.
Oh my god.
Oh, so you've made some friends.
Sorry, before we go further, it's breaking my absolute heart hearing Fischl anyway upset. We've never heard her like this. Like, my heart is actually breaking. Like, such a great performance as well. But no, you have to remember, Fischl, you created another universe and founded paradise because you are the Prinzessin della Vertelung.
Do you really think that's enough for you to defeat me? I am your fear, your dark side.
Yeah, okay.
I am the nightmare from which you have never escaped.
So this is her her questioning herself, her like giving out to herself, her like her side that she doesn't want to acknowledge sometimes, I bet. Oh, the sniffle! No! You did not just make Fischl sniffle. Give me the contact number for the people who wrote this. Give me their contact email right now. You're gonna get the strongest email ever. Subject, making Fischl sniffle in front of me.
No, I can't.
No, you can't.
I can't lose. Not now. I will be the one to claim victory. Just you wait. I will make you regret everything.
Yeah, it's like Kaza folding his arms like, this is all the people who came here. We're your knights. We came here to protect you. Holy hell, I have chills. It's not, like, again, it's definitely like something inside of Fischl she didn't want to face. That's why she didn't want to come in here, right?
Take it one step at a time and don't rush.
Oh.
You can win as long as you maintain.
This is it. This is all your friends. This is your knights. Oh, and you have all the characters in the... That is so smart. You get to use every character that you brought along with you. Incredible stuff. And Kozwa keeping her calm. Hey, look, stay calm. We can do this. Absolutely incredible stuff.
Get it together.
Yeah,
don't lose to anyone and definitely don't lose to yourself.
This is one of my...
ain't weak. That's not true
Yes. This is one of my favorite moments ever in Genshin. Everyone speaking to her. Everyone being like, Fischl, you got this. We are your knights. We're your knights.
Time to go.
So incredible. So incredible. This whole scene was incredible. For a Fischl fan, this is like a lot.
Oh, my divination attempts are working again. And the stars say
Oh.
the Fischl I know will obtain a landslide
Yes.
victory.
Holy hell. Again, this Fischl looks awesome, but like we're on our side of our Fischl.
How did you make it through that nightmarish library?
They literally walk through here, just
Stand
saying.
down. Do you still think I'm going to lose?
Come on, Fischl. Yeah, it's her.
You look down on me. You thought I was a
Come on,
worthless
Fischl.
coward.
Let's go.
Yes, I did used to be like that because I am someone
Great
who
transition.
can't face reality, who spends all day daydreaming and can't cope with setbacks or criticisms.
Whoa.
But now I understand. I understood as soon as I first laid my eyes on this
Chills.
mirage. Do you see that incredible world out there? So vast, so
Yeah.
breathtaking.
Look at the scene.
That is my imagination, the source of my power. You act so arrogant under that dark cloak of self-obsession, but that's not your true nature. You're no Prinzessin. You're just a narcissistic speck of dust hiding in my shadow. You are the true loser, the one who's holding me
Yes,
back.
Fischl. And like, here's the thing, that's Fischl, but she did it all in like Amy's like voice, but with tinges of Fischl's like, you know, so it's like she's facing reality a little bit, but she's like, hey, my imagination is what gives me my power. The reason I'm beloved is because I have my imagination. The reason I have these friends is because of my imagination. The reason I've gotten this far is because of my imagination.
You hide your fear and cowardice behind a facade of thorns and self-loathing. You are far weaker
Oh my god.
than me. Now give it
Yes,
back.
Fischl.
What?
Give it back. Give it back.
Return to me what is rightfully mine. The Reich,
Oh
the
my
castle,
god.
my people, and most importantly, my
Fischl!
companion
Oh my god, it's the best.
Oh, mein Fräulein. You speak with such eloquence and vigor
You're
now.
still getting a talking to.
You've truly matured into the Prinzessin.
You've got some nerve opening your beak, traitor.
No, mein Fräulein. I've come here to prove something to
By the
you
way,
all.
Beak Trader is hilarious.
As we all know, Oz will always follow Fischl, the Prinzessin der Verurteilung. It should make no difference whose side I am on, because you're both Fischl. But consider this. When I switched sides, you did not lose your identity, did you?
Indeed. These are words of wisdom.
I always say this as well if I'm ever on the wrong side of an argument. Look, I proved something to you, didn't I? I know what he's trying to do. It's just a joke.
Whom do you suppose Fischl truly is?
Huh?
This is my question
It's
to
weird.
you,
The subtitle
main
says the greatest of
Fräulein.
all time.
Fischl is... Well,
Who is Fischl?
Fischl
Who is Fischl to you?
She's a loser! A coward
Shush,
who
shush,
refuses
shush,
to confront
shush,
her true
shush.
self behind the fantasies
Shush.
and lies.
Be quiet.
No, you are
Super wrong, actually.
Fischl is... me?
You're Fischl. Oh.
You caught on most rapidly.
Huh? A coward who
Sorry, there's a
refuses to
line
confront
here
her
that is
true
so
self
that just
behind
hit
the
me to the
fantasies
point
and
that there's tears in
lies.
my eyes right now.
No, you are
This
wrong.
line right here.
Fischl
This.
is...
It got me. It got me good.
You caught on most rapidly.
Huh? That's it?
Indeed, main Fräulein. Fischl is sometimes the Prinzessin der Verurteilung, and other times not. She may be courageous and arrogant, but she may also be weak and cowardly.
Wow.
Fischl is you, both noble and humble. She is a first-rate adventurer with few friends and the Prinzessin der Verurteilung, the sovereign of the Immernachtreich. Fischl is both timid and strong.
Wow.
She's afraid of others' gossip, yet yearns for
I'm
their
dying.
respect. Most importantly, Fischl is often self-deprecating,
Inside, yeah.
beating herself up countless times, yet she always finds a way to rise again.
Oh my god.
Main Fräulein, no one merits the name Fischl more than you do. It's a complex yet simple name that represents the beauty of
Holy
dreams
hell,
and liberty.
Oz.
With or without loyal admirers, Amy will always be Fischl. You are Fischl, the enlightened one, who has always carried that belief in her heart.
Oh, what a speech. So like what he's saying to me anyway is that he's saying that no matter if like yes you can be pretty rude sometimes, you can be like nice, you can be this, you can be that, you like all the stuff, like all the bad parts of you are part of you, but you're still yourself, and that's why you like you said you have friends as an adventurer, but you're also like the master of this entire realm. Like you have to accept the good but the bad. You have to face like, and it's a like, way of like facing reality as well. Like hey, you know. Every person has like, you know, different sides to them. I'm freaking. This is getting me so bad.
People be freed from the shackles of ancient
Tell them,
decrees.
Fischl. Tell them.
Thank you for creating the Immernachtreich.
Oh my god,
and
why is
giving
this?
us a homeland.
Night Raven's making
for
me so
offering
sad.
The hymn of the Holy Land in your subconscious, which offered us hope for a bright future. Please embrace your darkness and return to your true form, Your Highness.
There we go. Look at this. Embracing that darker side of her, the uttermost darkness inside of her, facing reality. Fischl, you are a perfect character. Calvin, the lesson is she's not perfect, but you know what I mean. Is she wearing the other outfit now?
Whoa! Fancy dress Fischl vanished! Wait a minute, and now she's back?
Shadow seems to have returned to Fischl's heart.
Great.
Where it belongs.
Nice shoes.
Everyone,
Yeah.
lend me your
Wait, they're
ears.
lended. They're yours.
There she is.
I love how happy Shinyat is.
Citizens of the Immernachtreich.
Yes.
Do you hear my summons?
Yes.
Yes,
Your
Cosmo.
Highness.
Everyone's playing along again still.
There she goes again. I am
No,
so
you're
done
not.
with
You're not.
it.
You're not. Nobody's done with this.
Oz speaks the words of truth. Today is a grand occasion.
This is the
for
best.
it
This
the
is the
day
absolute
that
best.
I seize back my heart and reclaim control of my kingdom.
Get it back.
I
It's your
hereby
kingdom.
Announce, welcome to the Immernachtreich.
Yay!
Paimon, Shinyan, and Mona. Oh my god, incredible
One
stuff.
stormy night, a girl found
Why
a
your
way
face
to
is-
the future in the library.
Baby Fischl. I'm dead. What do I do now? What can I do?
She said to
What
herself,
she said to herself?
I shall create my dream kingdom.
Yeah.
I'll carve mountains and oceans and erect castles and towns.
Then she spoke to those who shared her dream.
Please be proud of all that is unreal, for we are greater than this world.
Yes. I'm sorry. I'm so. I'm just.
Magnificent kingdom is a small and forbidden paradise.
Holy hell. I am drinking the Kool-Aid. This is it. Like I'm all for imagination land. Beautiful scene, by the way. I love that Fischl's music is like technically evil, like
wonderful day.
genius music,
I reclaimed my heart and became
Good.
the true Prinzessin of Ertelang.
but like she is such a good
Imanakrish
person.
really appeared. Even so, I know that all the negative
Her saying this is
emotion I've been
Amy, like as
harboring in my
Amy's
heart
voice.
will not simply go away, and that's okay. I'll carry these imperfections
Yes.
with me as I fight on, because I now know that what I have is unique.
Yes.
Fischl, the stage is all set up.
So are you gonna do the play?
Wanna go check it out?
Lady Paimon, do watch your words.
Oh, right. Okay. Your Highness, wouldst thou care to venture outdoors?
Oh, it's great
and,
stuff.
Check if stuff out?
Checking stuff out.
How dare you, retainer of mine, mock the great and dignified Prinzessin
Yeah, that's why I would
of
pick two.
Ertelang?
I'm just happy to see you back to your normal self.
I concur. Now, let us rejoice and celebrate this historic moment for the Imanakrish.
Oh, what Main Fräulein means is that she entreats you to celebrate the arrival of the Imanakrish with utmost zeal and great joy.
All right, we get it.
There's Mona?
Please don't translate her words back into Fischl
No,
speak.
she should. It's Fischl speak forever now.
Watching a theater performance in a nation like this must be quite an
I
experience.
hope so.
As for the puzzle I'm working on, I should have an answer soon.
About the Fatui, maybe?
Oh, there's something we've got to do. Your Highness, Oz, please excuse us for a moment.
Very well. See you soon.
Great stuff. This is one of this is probably like I think like every story so far has given me something different.
Come on, let's try to contact
But
Fenty again.
Fischl's story has given me like I can feel like I could take on the world now, you know? Still can't contact him.
Oh, it's
Who?
you.
Whose voice is that? Havina?
Huh? That isn't the tone-deaf boy.
Yeah, who got a hold of this?
You're right, we've never met before. I know you want to communicate with someone beyond the islands, but you can't do that right now.
Who is this?
So, I cut off your connection. Huh? Wouldn't you rather find out the answer for yourself than ask someone else? The fantastic Mirage represents the deep dream, the most fundamental reflection of the human heart. Go see for yourself. Witness everything with your own eyes.
Who is this?
And when this is all over,
Do we recognize
tell me
this
what you
voice?
feel about it. Who the heck was that?
Yeah.
Oh, this is weird. How was she able to cut off her connection to Venti? And why would she want to know what you feel? Nope, Paimon doesn't get it.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah.
It's kind of eerie, but Paimon will protect you. Paimon will be there for you no matter what.
The best companion you could ask for, easily. The best companion you could ask for. No doubt about it. I'm not sure she's looking for me, but I'll wait and see until I've seen everything. So there is someone like watching over us as well.
Everyone, over here!
Shinyan's allowed to clap. She's on the list
Is
of people who are
everyone
allowed to
awake
clap.
now? Mona says that she has something important.
Honestly, like
to
that,
tell
yeah, that
everyone.
Fischl story was incredible.
The first glimmering daybreak after the return of the Immonok Reich most certainly revitalizes one's innermost
bet.
spirits.
What Main Fräulein means is that
Everyone
she
could
is
get
ready
that.
to take
That
on the
for sure, I
next
could
challenge.
everyone get that. The daylight makes everyone feel good.
and ready too.
All right, then I'll get to the crux of the matter. I just peeked into my scry glass, and there's a new Mirage forming on that island over there. And I have a feeling that this one is my
So this is what we're ending on, is Mona's Mirage. It kind of makes
So
sense.
now it's Mona's turn. You were with us for all of ours. Seems like it's time for us to go with you into yours.
Well, I'm sure there's nothing to see, really.
Lady Magistus, are you embarrassed?
No, absolutely not. It's not like I'm worried about everyone judging me after seeing my embarrassingly pathetic Mirage or anything.
No, like look at how
This emphatic no sounds rather like a thinly disguised
yeah.
yes.
Well, like look at all we've seen so far. You know?
Astrologists are often regarded as something out of this world,
Right.
right? But what if my Mirage is nothing like that?
Fret not. Your Prinzessin is not so foolish as to entertain preconceived notions on how thy Mirage should or should not present itself.
Yeah, me neither. Not that I have low expectations of you, Mona, but personally, I think you're a kind soul, and you shouldn't feel like you have to live up to anything more
Great way
than
of putting
that.
it.
I'm sure Mona's Mirage will stay true to her kind
I mean, I
art.
think it's right to be worried about because what have we seen so far? Like from everybody, you know, we've had like some really dark inner thoughts of people.
Not like we're going in there just to do some sightseeing. There's other reasons too, right?
Yeah, maybe we'll find some clues about the unusual phenomena there. You know what I mean? There's like, I really feel like,
Really? Well,
yeah,
okay then.
it's right for it to be worried that we've seen
I
so many
suppose I'm
like
not
really dark
worried
things
as
so
long as
far.
everyone doesn't get too excited. All right then, let's get going.
But they've reaffirmed why we like each character, though, so that's a good thing.
According to my scry glass, we've arrived at the Mirage. Okay, let's find the entrance first.
Is that it? Over there?
Music is very soft here as well.
Huh. This looks like some kind of pool.
We're not gonna have to swim to get in.
Do you like swimming? Oh, I guess we found Mona when she was like nearly drowning, right? So I guess that would be kind of a bit of a
Right.
traumatic
Do we have a
aspect to her.
non-swimmer among us?
No, I don't think that's the real problem here.
Someone's scared, huh? Well then,
Well, I think
I'll
like her
go
first, when we found her, right, she was drowning.
And there she goes. She's
We
gonna
saved
show
her.
off her oh-so-perfect swimming skills now.
Please be mindful of your wording, Main Fräulein.
Oh, right.
It's okay. I love.
See you
I love now that she's like really into the idea of like mixing the Amy and the Fischl together. You know,
Disappeared. Let's catch up with her.
it's almost like that's a perfect version of herself. You know, letting it slip in and out. It's funny because two of these characters are two of my mains for sure.
Spectacular structure.
Mona could be two in any day.
Wow. I've never seen anything like this. Hey, Mona, your Mirage is amazing.
Though it falls short of the glorious Immonok Reich, one must admit that it is an impressive realm nonetheless, Lady Magistus.
At least it's not showing me getting lectured by the old hag. Thank goodness.
Oh, the old hag.
Well, what else would you expect of a genius astrologist's Mirage? Okay, let's get started.
More speed.
More speed. This is a beautiful place. It's super pretty. So there's gonna be other puzzles here as well. So I guess we'll get them as they're going. Like, you know, thank God I don't have to deal with the puzzles. You know, I just get to watch someone else do it. It's like when someone else drives you someplace. Ah, nice. have a good time. I'll just be sitting here. Music is very, very somber as well. Yeah, we're not going to watch every single aspect of the puzzles, of course. Like, you know, that would be very silly, you know.
There's a star over there.
Yeah, but we will, like...
And now it's gone. Let's
Yeah, we watch some of them. We watched some of them. The other type of puzzle I want to watch is because I thought it was so, like, interesting to see the change in things. Not that this puzzle is interesting, but, like, again, you guys wanted to see me watching someone else do puzzles for a while. I'm still so mesmerized by anyone who has D-Luke in their freaking team. I need a D-Luke. Well, actually, the next fire person we're putting on the team is Gamin, right? No, Toma, I guess, because Toma's... And Toma's fire, right? Pyro. Oh, you just hop in? Were you exiting already? No, it's just a different part. This looks like a true domain, like one of the first domains.
I've always been very proud of my talent in astrology. Huh? What in the... Is that my voice?
And it was a very different tone that you usually have. Wow.
I believe that astrology is a valuable discipline and that it is capable of revealing
Yeah,
the
man,
inner
look,
workings
it's like almost like trying to reassure herself in her voice.
It's me talking to myself. When people discovered I could perform divination, they began to bombard me with inquiries. When is my missing son going to be found?
Oh, all the questions people asked her.
Do they love me or not?
That's heavy.
Will I ever recover?
Again, they're taking little tiny things that are about the characters that you see at first that become a bigger part of their whole. Their whole part.
Being the honest person I am, I told them exactly what I saw through the scry glass. Can you please leave me alone now? I need some space.
Again, Genshin's so good at this, taking a character who's like so cheery and always good at just giving good
felt
vibes.
As if I was being stabbed with razor-sharp knives formed by their disappointment.
That's a super interesting way of putting it.
Yeah. I felt miserable. As if I'd fallen
She's fallen into the abyss. You have to avoid the stars, or do you have to hit them? Oh no, you have to take hits? No, they're avoiding them. Okay. That's a really cool thing. Look at this again. There's nothing like this in the game. But yeah, there's a line there, like the idea of like getting hit, like with again, when anyone else describes something like getting hit with a knife or a blade, that's like a sharp pain. That's like something that like sticks with you. Your method here is actually very good, Faz. Standing still sometimes and then moving slightly every once in a while is much better than just running around, for sure. Yeah, don't worry about it. You're gonna get there. Yeah.
Lady Magistus, this is heartbreaking.
It is. It's really heartbreaking.
Ugh, please don't try to comfort me. It'll only make me feel embarrassed.
Embarrassed?
Come on, you don't need to pretend in
This is what I'm
front
talking
of
about, the witchy kind of like vibe that she has sometimes, you know?
That was really how I felt back when I first started out in astrology, but I've matured now. I'm no longer so easily swayed by random people's opinions.
Absolute good.
Who would have thought? Even Magistus, the court archmage, was not spared of vexatious times in her career.
It must have been difficult to be misunderstood by others. I'm glad that you were able to move past that.
Actually, there are many who have given up astrology due to similar circumstances. But I am a genius, so it's only fair that I'm able to accomplish what others cannot.
Great.
It's pretty inspiring to hear you say all that in an amazing
Yeah, she's really smart. She's really, really smart.
Yes, good. Keep going.
Sorry to interrupt, but the door is that way.
All right. Now I'll let you shower me with praise after all the mysteries are solved.
Yep. Again, for Mona to be able to like to come past this is like it's a big deal. It's a big deal. Like, no matter what anyone says, like, it's like, you know, people pretend that they're not bothered by it, and usually, like, you know, they are bothered by it. Like, people, you know, critique is always, you know, fine, but when people are being just, like, downright mean, it can just be hurtful, you know? And the people that say, like, oh, well, that's just the way the world works. That's just the way the world works. It's like, yeah, it works like that because, because we say that's just the way the world works. If more people are just shut down for being rude all the time, there'll be less people being rude. You know what I mean? But oftentimes, like, it's seen as funny, or it's like, ah, ha, or like, you know what I mean? And so oftentimes they get away with it, and it's allowed to go further. And like, you know, a lot of like things, like people, we're kind of like drawn to car crash events. Like when people are being rude to other people, it's like, oh my God. Like, you remember if someone's fighting in the streets, you're kind of like, you don't want anything bad to happen, but you can't look away sometimes, you know?
Huh. The surroundings appear to have changed. This isn't the beach we originally left.
The area appears to be the mountains of Mondstadt. Wait, have we been sent back to Mondstadt?
Yet the boundless ocean still surrounds us.
Well, Mondstadt is Mona's home now.
There should be another pool around here for us to enter.
Over here, y'all.
Over here, y'all.
Why isn't it letting us enter?
Her eyes are gorgeous, aren't they? They're really pretty.
Something seems to be floating on the water there.
Is it a painting? Or what is it?
It seems to be hinting at a specific place.
It is anticipating that the Prinzessin would guide her loyal followers to the location that has been chosen by fate.
Why is it always you that has to take the lead? Whatever. Doesn't matter. Let's just find this place first.
Yeah, look at the site, like the actual, like, so you actually have to find the location on the circle. That's really interesting. Again, like, it's okay, bro. It's okay. Don't let anyone tell you it's not okay. It's okay.
We're way behind schedule.
We're way behind schedule. Yeah, no, like, it's like, especially starting off on like a new endeavor, and that's kind of been like a common theme here. It's like someone going off on a new journey and being kind of told that like your new journey's dumb. It's happened quite a few times, right? Like it's happened with this game quite a few times. We had Coswell, you know, wanting to leave his place and like his servants, not calling them dumb, but kind of being like, hey, look, you know, you don't have to do this. Similar thing happened with Fischl, you know, wanting with her imagination. Shinya wanted to make music, and now Mona with the astrology as well. Like, there's a reason why they're all together. All these characters are together.
Astrology reveals the truth unreservedly, but not
right, so if they
everyone's
don't
willing
like
to
the
accept
answer,
their
they're not going to
fate.
accept it.
Running into difficulties is part of practicing the craft. I must also become stronger myself in order to convince people.
So if her divinations are stronger, she feels like more people will be like believe her. Again, this is just a beautiful area as
I
well.
once met an adventurer on a mountain who also happened to be picking fruits. He was even kind enough to share
Gentle
some
tone
with
in
me,
her voice,
so
man.
In return, I agreed to perform a divination for him. The results were terrifying. I advised him to give up adventuring as soon as possible, otherwise he could meet his end within the next 2 years.
How did he take it?
He fell silent for a while. Surprisingly, he didn't doubt the results of my divination like others had, but he looked quite perplexed. Even so, I have to keep going. Adventurers can't just give up in the face of hardship. With
Right.
that, he picked up his pack and headed for the peak.
Man, like again, it's so weird because Mona is so like, incredible, right? She's such a smart character. She's such like a character who's with it, like really like, and like she's funny at times too, you know what I mean? She's very like all over the place sometimes. So to hear her have like this shaky tone in her voice, it honestly like is a little bit unnerving. It's a really cool visual as well. You know what I mean? It makes you feel like you're not safe, because like, when a character's not being themselves, it feels kind of strange.
Try as I might, I could never forget that incident.
Man, having to carry
What
the
is
burdens
that?
of all people's futures, that's so bad. How could you do it? I couldn't do it.
Oh, we're back again.
So, Mona, is that adventurer
There, what a question.
dead now?
That was the only time I ever saw him, and that was more than 3 years ago, which means he's no longer alive.
But isn't there still a chance that he's alive? Like maybe you just made a mistake.
It's not fair.
You can't call it divination if you reject anything bad and
Yep.
believe the good
Yep.
unreservedly.
And that's some people's problems.
That's just self-deception. Of course, casually performing divination for fun might be a different matter, but in my field of expertise, there's no room for lies. To contradict my own reading would be a blasphemy against astrology.
Cruel, but truthful. Such is fate.
I don't usually say things like this, but while we're on the topic, I really hope you don't confuse astrology with those fortune stick peddlers that you see
Go on,
the
Mona, you tell him.
streets.
You tell him.
Astrology does not exist to please.
Yeah.
We astrologists are here to verify and witness the truths of this world.
But like she said, like, it can be very difficult to accept truths, right? Like, it can be very difficult for somebody to say, like in this case, a perfect example, like, hey, you're gonna die, And even though he might have accepted that, how does Mona accept that stuff, Like having to carry that burden with you?
Ugh. Which is why astrology is a disdained profession. It is a mighty art, but unfortunately one that annoys
Yeah, because people don't like to look at the
nonetheless.
truth sometimes.
Why dost thou protest so much, Lady Magistus? Thou seems not to be the sort with whom one would be loath to be associated.
What Main Fräulein means is that she's glad to be friends with you.
No, that's not exactly what I said.
Ugh. Which is why astrology is a disdained profession. It is a mighty art, but unfortunately one that annoys people nonetheless.
Why dost thou protest so much, Lady Magistus? Thou seems not to be the sort with whom one would be loath to be associated.
You just said you like her a
What
lot.
Main Fräulein means is that she's glad
Yeah,
to be
you're not
friends
the
with
type
you.
of person no one doesn't want to be around.
No,
Very sweet way of
that's
putting
not
it, Fischl.
exactly what I said. Whatever has gotten into you, Oz, you misinterpret my utterances with increasingly alarming frequency.
Oh my, why could that be? Perhaps I have been concerned that Main Fräulein could offend her friends and have been attempting to soften her words.
Oh, he's standing up to her a little bit. So
Although
look.
you're the only astrologist I know, you've left an awesome impression on me.
I agree.
You're not annoying at all.
I 100% agree.
Those who go snooping around for secrets, yet ignore whatever they don't want to hear, They're the ones who should reflect on themselves. Knowing your
It's
fate
like asking
doesn't
someone,
come
"Are you
cheap.
mad at me?" Then getting angry at the
If one
answer.
could simply avoid fate with just a few words, no one would have to endure the pain of parting. Mona, don't take others' comments to heart.
And of course, he talks about the
Follow
pain
your
of
heart
parting,
never
like with his
forget
friend.
what's right.
Oh, I don't need comforting. Thank you very much. I'm very tough, you know.
You are. You're very tough.
Oh, well then,
It's okay.
thank you. What does thou say? Speak up and offer your highest
What does that say? She said, "Say louder."
Okay, Your Highness. Instead of making a scene, why don't you go collect the other fragments in the new location reflected by the pool? We can't enter the Mirage without them.
Mein Fräulein, you are the only one with eyes sharp enough to locate
It's so
the
funny. Like she's like, "Hey,
secrets.
speak up," but she said it her own way.
If that's the case, very well.
Making the persistent work though is a bit much. It's a bit much for me. And heels as
Let's
well.
go, Mona.
Oh, okay. Coming.
Kazuha, look at that. This is like one of my favorite moments in any type of story when everyone's like, "I'm coming. I'll go along too," you know? Kind of reminds you of the Final Fantasy X when when like Kamari's like fighting someone and then like some of the characters go like, "Let's go." And then like the other character's like, "I'll go too." And then the really tough character's like, you know, and just goes with them because it's like friends like are like you know, they transcend this idea of like communication, right? Like they don't have to always like just say every single thing they need to say to each other. Sometimes a nod and a little ha is enough, you know? So there's another pool here as well. Fanyu's an interesting character. Did you just defeat those two enemies that quickly? Well done. Honestly, I would do that too. They call me the one-hit killer in the comments and down at the police station.
Huh. We've returned here once more.
Looks like the story's not finished yet. Let the adventure continue.
We love a good adventurer. We love a good adventurer.
It's another star.
So I always like skip ahead to following the star because this is when she starts talking to herself, and I think it's always like the most important moments. At least in my book. This is like an incredibly like I don't know, like the music is scarier than like the scene. The scene is beautiful. I guess it's more mythical and magical. Like it's kind of like dancing. Like that's I guess like falling stars. You know. I guess that's what the vibe they're trying to go for here. Really, I'm just reminding you of Mario Galaxy.
It stopped by the water, but didn't go in. Seems almost like it's waiting for something.
Okay, seems like this is going to be a massive moment. I didn't see any dialogue in between then. If there was some dialogue, I am upset if I didn't miss it, but...
Another house in Mondstadt?
What are we doing in my house?
Oh, this is her house. So she actually like renovated it.
Your house? This is your house?
Yeah, she bought a house here.
My, how unexpected. I heard Lady Magistus lived a modest life, but this abode...
It's nice.
Look at the labels on these books on the ground. Only one of its kind. 990,000 Hey, that's super expensive.
Super?
There are so many expensive-looking hardcovers.
Yeah, so she's definitely not
over
living a
here.
modest life.
So
remember
this
we were
is
complaining
what
about her having to pay
the
rent?
strongest room looks like.
The rooms are exquisitely designed. This place must be very expensive.
Hey, I'm just occasionally out of Mora, that's all. I never said I was a pauper.
You're not. Oh, so what about those times I treated you to meals and had you over
Yeah,
to my
that's the
place
same
for
thing. I was
dinner?
like arguing with the guy who was making her pay rent.
Mind your phrasing.
Thou wert blessed with the coveted opportunity to enter the palace of the Immenok Reich and meet with the Kaiser and Kaiserin der Verurteilung.
She's basically saying, remember I used to treat you meals. I'm laughing my head off at the idea of Fischl like buying dinner for Mona. Come on, I'll treat you to dinner. And Mona's like, sure.
Oh, yes! The stew and cold cuts your mother made were heavenly. I could go for some more of that right now.
Lady Magistus, this is not the time for such
It's
things.
kind of hilarious.
Is that Mondstadt cuisine? I want to try some. I heard Mondstadt has lots of local delicacies, especially meat dishes.
Yeah, a lot of meat dishes. A lot of poultry,
then I
too.
shall extend to you the honor of meeting the Kaiser and Kaiserin with me on a
She
future
literally just said, hey, I want to
occasion.
come over to my family's house for dinner.
Really? Hey, we should go too.
Sure.
Now that you mention it, it has been a while since I visited a
Kazuha
friend's house.
in
I shall
in
gladly
Fischl's
oblige.
like house is something I never
but
expected in my life.
Shouldn't we bring some sort of gift?
Those two are very kind and understanding, so please, don't worry about that. Just bring yourselves.
Very nice stuff.
You seriously have to try her mom's
Again,
cold-
this whole like idea of like all of them together anyway, like all of this is just like it's so cool. Just the idea of like all these characters being in the one place from different locations, you know?
Gut bladder.
They work so well
It's a
together
big
though.
Specialty or something. Anyway, it's simply delightful.
Not to interrupt, but perhaps we should start working on the puzzle at hand? Ever since I entered this place, I have found myself most preoccupied with that ornament.
Oh, right.
So there's another puzzle when it comes to this ornament. Or just sends us back into the domain. I love that we remember we literally already killed the landlord for Mona. But you know, I still think so. She's you know,
are able to
she
understand
did so much
the
for
most
this, us, you know, and she
complex
could do so much for
signs among
Mondstadt.
stars. And because of this, they are not allowed to show any arrogance. If one believes that astrology grants them unlimited power, they will face banishment by the stars.
Right.
In the past, I was ignorant enough to think that I understood all. You should not get confused. If you should become confused one day, not even astrology will
So
be
it's the
able to
idea that
help
like
you then.
astrology won't help
That's what
you
the
if
old
you think that
hag
you know
said.
everything.
We astrologists can't predict our own fate.
Oh
But
wow.
today, those words seem to carry a different meaning.
This is totally how I explore as well, Faz. What's over here? Yeah, yeah. That's why I love locked doors in games, you know? It means I know the exact way to go. Oh, man. Yeah, the visuals in this are really cool.
I understand now that people won't always follow a beacon's guiding light. Even though the way forward may be dark and dangerous, they will still resolutely forge ahead. Fate is called such precisely because it cannot be altered
Right.
or reversed.
Oh, one of my favorite things in video games, invisible bridges.
I understand the governing laws of the universe and have glimpsed secrets between heaven and earth. Observing it is enough for me. There are no perfect legends and no heroes that can save everyone. Instead of dwelling on my helplessness, what I should do is seize my own destiny.
There you go. Into the freaking water. Right as she jumped into the water with that line.
What a magnificent view!
Lady Magistus, I believe this is the firmest evidence yet of your immense genius. You truly are the greatest archmage in the history of the Immernachtreich.
Thank you. Although the Immernachtreich really doesn't have that much of a history.
Stars like diamonds and the moon like a pearl. This is the most brilliant night sky I've ever beheld.
It's beautiful. To call up such a mirage, Mona must have a vast and boundless sea of stars in her heart.
That's such a lovely way of putting it. Mona, what's the matter?
Oh, I'm just thinking. These must be the things that we aspire to. This night sky is incredibly beautiful. In fact, I might go so far as to say it's even more beautiful than what I usually see in divinations. All the stars are in their rightful place. This is definitely my mirage. Only here can I see extraordinary sights like these.
It's gorgeous.
Extraordinary? Why do you say that?
You know, the night sky of Teyvat is truly marvelous. All the answers in the world seem to have been hidden within.
Yep.
When is my missing son going to be found? Do they love me or not? Will I ever recover? As your stars move across the sky, they record all your life events in their path. And among all the people in the world, a considerable number will see their stars deviate from their path. When your stars are on track, it means you will be healthy, happy, and at peace. Conversely, if your stars go off track, everything will get worse. The starry sky in my divinations would never look as perfect as this. Some stars would lose their way, and
I'm sorry, I'm just like so mesmerized by your words
I wish
here.
everyone could be happy and stay on track.
That's a really lovely thing to say, Mona.
To this end, I offer advice and tell the truth. I know it's useless. All fates are already revealed in the night sky, with mine too, just another among them. I can't change anything.
Yeah, that's the thing. You know
Even
people's
so,
futures, but you can't do a thing.
Outside of astrology, outside of the words of truth, I still cling to the wisp of an irrational fantasy. We must all live within the confines of reality, but call me presumptuous. But I still believe in miracles. In this vast sea of stars, there are stars for you, for me, for everybody. What are the chances of one star encountering another? Are these encounters not the most wonderful
This is such such a beautiful speech from Mona.
I don't know.
I love seeing stuff that they care about.
Within Teyvat, the stars in the sky will always have a place for us.
That's so beautiful.
Even if astrology is resolutely rational, fate remains arbitrary, cruel, but romantic.
Great voice performance as well. Yeah, you seem to be in deep in thought.
I think I have figured out what those stars are hiding. Now I will seize my own destiny.
Again, I think it's like the idea of what the theme so far for her character story that I've seen so far is the idea of season one's own destiny, but facing it head on, not turning away from it. The idea that it might be scary, the idea that the truth is scary, but it's not something you can just avoid.
There was a transparent bird made of crystal.
Wait, this is the end of her story?
Beautiful and fragile and could sing the most beautiful songs.
Okay.
But since mortals couldn't see it, they believed it to be a
Oh,
trick.
the music is so good.
How could a transparent bird possibly exist?
It's one of the best tracks I've heard so far in this game.
When the bird heard that, it flapped its wings and flew across mountains and seas all the way to the night sky, where it turned into a star. Its brilliance was so dazzling.
Oh my God,
that
it's gorgeous.
it illuminated everyone. It allowed all those that could see it to follow its light through the dark night, to sail through the seas under the guidance of the stars. It was born in wisdom, but trapped in ignorance. It has never voiced a complaint, for this is its destiny.
Yeah, the idea of not complaining about your
Guiding people to see
destiny.
their destinies is the very meaning of its existence.
That's what it's there for, and that, it kind of that's Mona's job. Mona is here to guide other people. She can't stop people from, going towards destiny. She can't keep people safe.
So, are we completely out of the Mirage?
Incredible stuff.
How strange. My Mirage didn't contain any hints on the Fatui or the machine.
Yeah, but like it was yourself. It was about you.
Does that mean they had nothing to do with these mirages after all? Or perhaps these mirages are a mere consequence and not part of a process at all?
Paimon's lost.
I mean, these mirages were not steps towards solving the mystery, but rather a direct effect of whatever's going on. Someone did something to bring the mirages into being. As they were just passive side products, it was natural that they couldn't provide us with any useful information.
In other words, those mirages were only about ourselves.
Yeah, but that's what I want them to be.
Pure
Because I love these characters.
materializations of ourselves. Interesting.
Everyone, maybe we should go back to where this whole thing began. During our first day on the island, the Traveler and I checked out the Fatui camp together. We found a strange machine there, as well as some disoriented Fatui. The researcher who spoke to us claimed that the machine was just a Fatui industrial invention.
Yes.
He even promised to not disturb us.
Right! And the Cappy Cap guy looked half asleep the entire time. He kept talking nonsense.
I wonder, is it possible that madness and mirages are two different outcomes of the machine's influence? If so, everything can be traced back to that damaged machine, except for the difference in how it affects people. This, I believe, is caused by differences between the affected people themselves.
Oh. When you put it that way, it is indeed difficult to distinguish dreams and hallucinations. So what you're saying is, the device affected us differently because we are different from the Fatui.
Yes, and according to our observations over these past few days, I think the difference is that we all have stronger willpower.
Right.
Yeah, I can
Okay.
get behind that.
And like for sure, we've seen that with
People
all these
with strong
characters.
willpower will hallucinate instead of falling into madness. But those who break too easily can't maintain a stable mirage.
That's a really cool way of putting
In
it.
other words, we should go back to the Fatui camp and destroy that machine.
Paimon's all about destruction right away.
No, it should be repaired rather than destroyed.
What Main Fräulein means is that rashly destroying a machine we
Yeah,
do
that
not
makes sense.
understand may lead to more serious consequences. It would be better to find a way to repair it first.
Right. It pays to be cautious.
If my guess is correct, that machine is capable of influencing the human brain. So we'd better tread carefully.
So let's go now. There's no time to waste.
Really good stuff. Just like, again, like I know like we've been talking about this forever, but like I love how these characters all plays together. And now we just have to deal with the machine. So this is maybe the Fatui aspect of it. Yeah, Mona's story was actually very heartbreaking as well, but like I think in a different way.
Hey, look!
Very kind of like,
The same guy we saw on our
like
first
again, the
day
idea of like
here?
having to face your own fate. It kind of like encapsulates everyone's story almost. Well, it is everyone's story. Like she is responsible like for like divinating everyone's fate.
Everyone's gone crazy. Everyone should get out of here. Well, they'll never wake up. But I was right, my precious. You are invincible.
Precious? What's his precious?
A miracle machine. Definitely not impossible.
I think he's referring to that machine.
What a drunkard.
Oh, goodness. The smell of alcohol. Main Fräulein, please allow me to fan the fumes away with my wings.
Excellent. Please, fan them away from me too.
Me as well.
Certainly.
I've never seen Oz have this power.
I've checked the surroundings, but there's no one else here.
Well done, Kazuha.
Isn't that strange? The Fatui is a big organization, but he's the only one left at this camp. What's more, we didn't even see him the last time we were here. Even the larger gentleman from the first time is missing. I think they must be hiding somewhere. As for why they may be hiding, I'm afraid we'll have to ask him.
But he's as drunk as tone-deaf Bard.
I think a little more drunk. I think Venti could actually
cleanse him with the holy spring of punishment.
What's that? Pour water on him? Am I getting Fischl more and more?
Fräulein means to
yes.
splash him with water.
Ooh, sounds like a good idea. Let's
Fight, you just love destruction and you love fighting.
Hey, he opened his eyes.
Huh?
Hey, are you one of the Fatui? Can you tell us what happened here and what that machine is for?
Fatui? Ha! Fatui! Those blockheads from the administration will regret it now.
What?
That's what you get for rejecting my research and forcing me to conduct my research on this deserted island. My precious. Why is
he crying? Looks like he has a lot of pent-up emotions.
That seems as like a lot of us have pent-up emotions on this island.
And my precious invention. You don't know anything about the future. Only my invention can help us conquer the world. Idiots. Such idiots. Ow! Don't hit me.
Jesus, stop clapping.
I won't blow up the lab again. I'm sorry.
Well, there's no surprise to me that the Fatui are like abusing their workers.
Insane. There's no way we can communicate with him.
He wasn't like this when we first met him.
No, he was very
It looks like the effects have grown worse.
confident the first time we met him. He was like very okay with us telling us to F off.
My manuscript. Only that can save.
Manuscript? Where is it?
Don't yell at me. Don't yell at me.
Jesus, man.
Fischl, don't yell at him.
Then I'll...
Okay, like, Paimon's such a sweetheart, but I totally get Fischl wanting to yell at this guy. He's a Fatui member. We've dealt with him a lot at this point, and, like, it's been a long day. So I'm not going to kill Fischl over this.
Kind sir, look at me. Now, tell me, where did you hide your manuscript?
No, don't force me to write
So
a
Mona tries the softer tone.
Go away.
He's completely lost in his own
Maybe we have to go into his imagination then.
Allow me.
If Kazua's sweetheart doesn't change your mind, nothing will.
Please excuse me.
What? What? Judo throw?
My butt.
Okay, this is the way to go, but it's not soft at all.
My brain is finally starting to work again. It's not a mushy mess anymore.
Can you tell me where you put the manuscript?
The manuscript. The manuscript is in the crack over there.
Finally. Otherwise, I was gonna have to blast some of my loudest rock and roll in his ears.
We would have liked that. That would have been cool. We would have been into that.
I hesitated for a long time before making a move. He's so nice.
He's destined for greatness, for true.
Everyone, let's search the stone cracks nearby for the manuscript.
Here we go. I guess this is the last stage of this. Which is more to do with the Fatui now.
More speed.
What'd you find?
Found it!
Oh, she found a manuscript. Okay.
Congratulations. We found the key to solving the problem.
Let me see. Just as I thought. This machinery, named cognitive mimicry, is capable of altering the state of people's brains. It was invented by the researcher we met earlier. His name is Persakov. According to the manuscript, the Fatui officials did not support Persakov's research. They believed he had taken the wrong path. But Persakov insisted on putting his machine to use. In order to achieve that, he disassembled the machine and used his connections to transport the parts to this deserted island.
How did they find this island? The Fatui's intelligence network is not to be underestimated.
Persakov was dead set on carrying out his experiments on this island. Most of his subjects were junior Fatui soldiers who all signed a waiver beforehand. It looks like they really thought this machine would benefit the Fatui.
How does the machine work?
That's most likely top secret. The manuscript didn't reveal any details, but Persakov did mention that the machine was modeled after the power of a god.
Jesus.
Does that mean there's a god connected to these dreamlike mirages?
I mean, wouldn't that make sense, like how powerful it was?
Clearly. Otherwise, they wouldn't have been able to reproduce the god's power.
A Mirage Archon.
Anyway, Persakov's experiment did not go as planned. The machine broke down just days after it was activated. They tried to fix it, but the technologically illiterate Fatui soldiers completely ruined the machine. Even its most important component of all, the crystalline cores, got ejected and disappeared.
A testament to the importance of maintenance in all aspects of life. I believe we can all learn something from this.
Persakov may be a mad scientist, but he didn't want to see his subordinates suffer. Besides, if he didn't solve the problem, he would end up going insane as well. As a last resort, Persakov went out on his own to look for the cores. But he was just a sickly researcher, unfit for the task. He had to give up. Then, Persakov went searching for the soldiers who had gone mad and strayed from the group, and took them to a hidden cave.
I think that was where they were at the day we arrived on this island. Persakov was taking a strong Fatui soldier somewhere.
Yes. It took Persakov all of his strength to get all the missing soldiers into the cave. He tried to snap them out of it with music and poetry, but nothing worked.
We came here once, but there was no one around. Come to think of it, that must have been the day Persakov was busy gathering
Look
the
at them all putting
soldiers
their heads
into the
together
cave.
here.
There's good news and bad news written on the last few pages. The good news is, Persakov managed to figure out the location of the crystalline cores by piecing together the snippets of information he could get from the delirious
And the soldiers were obviously like, didn't have a strong will like us.
Persakov failed to revive them and eventually succumbed to the device's influence himself. The last few pages of the manuscript are just unintelligible
Yeah,
drunken
holy, and that's what we
scribbles.
saw there.
It appears that the responsibility for this issue now falls to my retainers and I.
Never thought we'd be saving the day on vacation. Kinda did. I'll be honest.
There's a map in the manuscript. The markings should indicate the locations of the crystalline cores.
Pretty map. Really pretty map.
We've got no choice but to find the crystalline cores now! We've inserted all of the crystalline cores, Mona. Is that all we needed to do?
I think so. That's what the manuscript says anyway.
Let's give it some time. Hopefully it'll return to normal.
Hopefully. I can't get over the characters. Oh, no! Yes! The best. I love the idea of them just having a good time together. They deserve a little vacation too. You know? Oh, Fatui members, you could tell from their shoes.
Someone's in our camp.
You should learn a thing or two from this group that has the best shoes in the world, all of them.
Hold on. Look at the machine. Is it fixed? What? But Mr. Persakov is still lying on the ground over there.
We're the ones who fixed the machine! Yeah, you're welcome.
Paimon never misses a chance to rub something in people's faces.
Relaxing vacation if all of this hadn't ended up occupying so much of our time. Apologize to me and my retainers at once.
Yes!
Oh no, I'm out of
If you apologize, you wouldn't be beaten up.
Hey! Don't leave me here on my own! Mr. Persikov's still there. We need to save him.
Those two definitely seem a little more lucid now.
It looks like we succeeded.
Yay! Let's get out of here then. Paimon wants to spend the rest of this vacation back at our own camp.
You mean Clee's camp? We borrowed it. It's our vacation home.
Yeah, but it feels like our camp now.
Yeah.
Kind of like our temporary home.
Yeah, you can say whatever you
we
want.
should call it the Embassy of the Imanakreich and Dodoland.
Well, we still need to know who's on that. Who's the voice?
No, that's too many words. Paimon would prefer something easy to remember. Come on, let's go home now.
Is everything settled now? Is everything good?
Whew. After coming home to a nice big meal, then having a long lie down, Paimon's
We know
finally
Paimon canonically
starting
sleeps
to feel
standing up, by the way. Or floating.
Is the hospitality of the Imanakreich to thy liking?
Always.
Paimon's loving it.
Wonderful. Main Fräulein invited you all here not only to witness the arrival of our Holy Land, but most importantly, she wished that you could all relax and enjoy the summer.
Great. Well, I've come to the right place. I love it here.
May this place become an eternal paradise.
Heck yeah.
Main Fräulein says she hopes to go on more adventures with you here in the future.
Of course. And you should come find me and Leela when you get the time. I'll show you around. Oh, also, my friend runs the best restaurant in
Huaming?
Leela. I'm sure you'll love it. If you're into opera, you should go see Yunjin. She's the nicest person, and she likes making friends
She is
with new
very
and
lovely.
interesting
Fischl, you
people.
would. Oh my god,
I'm sure the
Yunjin
two
would.
of you will have plenty to talk about with your shared passion for theatrics.
Yunjin would grab Fischl and
If
keep her
Lady
forever.
Xinyan speaks so highly of it, then I must
She would literally keep you forever.
Traveler, I have a suggestion.
Yeah?
There's a snack called roasted lavender melon in Inazuma, which goes rather well with fish. Why don't we roast some fruit and seafood for dinner tonight?
Okie dokie.
Oh? Did you try it in Inazuma?
For sure. Yeah, I think at some points as well.
That's great. You know, I want to follow your example and travel around the world. Hopefully, I can also make good friends along the way. That means a lot coming from you.
Oh, Jesus, man. I mean, you made friends with us. How are you, Mona?
I've noticed an issue. Although we've fixed the machine, as you can see, the mirages on the islands have still not disappeared.
True.
I've noticed that too. But considering it took some time for the mirages to appear, it may also take some time for them to disappear.
Yes, that's definitely possible. In other news, my scryglass seems to be working fine now. The divination results are also looking about right. Although there are some parts in the results that I don't quite understand. It's as if there is some sort of power surrounding us, and it's still watching us.
Do you think it's caused by the machine? Or perhaps Persikov?
Sorry, I'm also not sure. All I know is that the power is not hostile at the moment. Whatever it is, it doesn't seem to harbor any ill will toward us.
This reminds me, there are unanswered questions on these islands, but the group is unaware. The voice. The voice, we still need to know what happened to Venti and the voice.
Although there's nothing left to disturb us, and we can finally kick back and enjoy our vacation, we still ought to be cautious while we're on these islands. I will keep seeing what the stars say every day.
I promised Fischl that I'd be her guard. I can help.
Good. I'll be counting on you. Goodness knows why those girls are so carefree about everything. I suppose it falls to me to be extra vigilant.
I mean, that's kind of what she signed. Like that's why I know. I'm not trying to be. I hope it doesn't sound rude. I'm like, that's who she is, isn't it? That's who she always has been. She's vigilant of everyone's, fate.
Oh, so we're gonna call
Yes,
the
we need to find out who this is. How long is actually left in this? Oh my god, we're like nearly done.
Well, hello there, strangers.
Oh,
You
who's the
finally
other person
called.
then?
I thought you were having so much fun that you'd completely forgotten about me.
Nope. Oh, Tone Deaf Bard, a whole bunch of really strange things happened.
A strange machine that can imitate the power of a god? Wow. I didn't know the Fatui had plans like that. Their imaginations are truly running wild.
So, judging from your tone, it sounds like you don't know any more about this than we do.
Alas, I am but a humble bard who sings for his Mora in the tavern. Why would I know anything about it?
I love him. I love him so much.
So annoying.
Yeah.
But other than that, did you two have fun?
It was actually like one of the most eye-opening experiences ever.
A lot of yummy food
Paimon's got a clap.
and saw loads of amazing things. It was really cool.
It was incredible.
That's good. The point of traveling is to record any feelings stirred along the way. As long as you had an unforgettable experience, this journey has served its purpose.
Great way of putting it.
As for the mysterious voice, although we don't know who it was, not only did she not harm you, she also helped you to gain a better understanding of each other, right?
Yeah, I'd still like to know the mystery. But Venti's being very smart about this.
If you look at it that way, maybe she meant you well. I mean, if she was able to intercept Alice's communication tool, I'm sure she's also plenty capable of attacking you.
Tone Deaf Bard is
That's how that's how I always felt like when I was a kid and or a teenager when I saw ghosts in the house or something. And it's like I'm not sure if I believe in ghosts, but they could have killed me by now, so they're probably chill, you know?
I'm glad to bring you some peace of mind. Just enjoy your vacation to the fullest. And don't forget to tell me all about the marvelous mirages when you get back. I want to record all these beautiful memories and turn them into ballads. Every summer will become an unforgettable song.
It's a deal.
Then I'll just wait for your return. Happy vacationing.
If Tone Deaf Bard thinks it's okay.
Yeah, like if the god is okay with it, we're fine.
Worry about. After all, Tone Deaf Bard is still a
Yeah.
god. We should probably
Maybe is a crazy answer. I would say indeed, though.
head back. We don't want to keep everyone waiting. Hold on. Didn't Fischl say earlier that she's going to catch some crabs? Oh, Paimon wants to go too.
Ah, that's super sweet. Crab fishing with Fischl? Best day of my life.
Now you have solved the mystery. Doesn't it make you feel happy? Satisfied?
Do we recognize his voice?
Don't worry, I won't hurt you. I'm just a little bird
Little
that
bird?
sometimes flies by these islands, and am now watching you from far, far away.
That's spooky.
I just so happened to sense a power here that has something to do with me. I was curious, so I landed on the beach to quietly watch everything that took place on these islands. It was fascinating. The ones who came here to work were so busy, and yet I still saw genuine smiles on their faces from time to time.
This is so sweet.
And then all of you arrived later on, bringing your glorious dreamscapes and wonderful willpower.
Yeah, showing how powerful each of us were.
Like the pure and delicate bubbles floating on the water. The more beautiful the illusion, the more it fascinates me. I'm not able to travel myself, but I do admire free spirits like yourself. So, I helped them design a little something for you all. I hope you liked it.
Who are you?
As I said, I don't have an agenda. I'm just a little bird. I stopped here to admire your lives.
That feels like that's us, by the way. You know what I mean? Our perspective.
You are a special person with a unique and brilliant glow.
Jesus.
I decided to communicate with you in this way because I'm really curious about you. There's no need to wonder about my name. Maybe one day in the future, we will meet in another place.
Maybe.
When that time comes, I think you'll be able to recognize
For
me.
true? The voice faded. Was she directly speaking into my mind? It seems so, because no one else could hear it. It wasn't like she was doing an intercom.
What are you doing? The crabs don't catch themselves!
What does she mean? Meet in another place, but when and where? Really interesting stuff. So there's their channel, by the way. I'll skip it back a little bit so you can do it. So that's the end of that whole event. This was a really fun event. It was a really incredible time. I thought that looking into each character was one of my favorite things we got to do here. Some of the stuff was like so incredible. Like all the stories are really great, but I think the ones that stood out the most were Kazua's and Fischl's, and then Mona's was like also a little bit heartbreaking. Mona's was still pretty like eye-opening. Same with Xinyan's, but Xinyan and Mona, I felt like they were like, you know, more reaffirming themselves, just like the other characters are reaffirming themselves too, but like in more of a stronger way, I suppose. They already had this kind of willpower, but Fischl and Kazuha, I feel like were like trying to, well, especially Fischl. Like Fischl's was amazing. Just getting to see more of Fischl. The fact that we can't just play through that ourselves is kind of crazy sometimes. Thank you guys so much for watching this. Thank you guys so much for enjoying this type of stuff that I do. We're going to Subaru next Sunday. This Sunday coming. In fact, this time next week, this video you're watching will be the first episode where we're in Subaru. And I'm very excited for that. Thank you so much to TIEFire2, Jamie Bull, Janet the Banana, the Ghost of Vita Zuma, Felicitas Felix, George Candelaria, Eskun, Yule, Radish, Fruity, Anusa, Ciabatta Bread, Malcolm Conde, V Mika, Death Trap, and Lynx Martin. And I'll see you all very soon. Bye bye.